Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page, opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab. Try to get familiar with my software and also teach it to your loved ones. And get your household familiar with my information. It will be useful in the future. You're welcome in advance.
Give birth to life. I was born in all forms in the perfect night. The black God got big lips and black rods. As soon as I leave Earth, it's back to the start. I am the ruler. I live in the stars, original man. I am the image of God. Call me Tut, I'm common. I cut diamonds, so as long as I live, nothing can stop shining. You gon' need to be in the bins to drive me crazy. Live on CNN, here.
Open up the heavens, let the sunshine in, that you could see.
A hawk chop and entire
rule. Indians not to be Title 25 Indians. So you come on through, just come on through, my brother. Alright, so just give me a second because my computer is fucking running crazy today. Alright, so shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody, all the Aborigines, all right? And like I said, even the ones who got beef with me about my so-called beliefs about, or my so-called understanding of the Moors, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't let that deter you from rocking with people who trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, people can slander my name. I don't give a fuck. Because I'm Indians, not tax, and most of these people slandering my names are exercising the rights of citizens, and they are to be enumerated. So, you know, A1 is something totally different than a lot of these Indians. I'm a metaphysical so-called Aborigine Tanchan, all right? So with that being said, this is the Bouviers, all right? So it say Indians, right? It say Indians of the country. No, I'm sorry. They say Indians. The Aborigines of this country are so called. Okay, so they're telling you that the word Indian refers back to the word Aborigines of this country are so called. Okay, all right. So let's go back out here. Let me see something. Let me see. So let's go to the word Aborigine real quick. All right, we're gonna link this. So you see the word Aboriginal, which is an adjective from the 1600s. It's a first, earliest, existing from the beginning, especially in reference to the inhabitants of the land colonized by Europeans. Okay, so let's see something. Let's deal with a little archaeologists and anthropology to put some, you know what I'm saying, to put some you know what I'm saying, to add something to it. So, all right. So, waiting for it to come through. Just give me a second. All right. So, we reading from Smithsonian Institute. The Naya article, the skull that was found in the Yucatan Peninsula, which the anthropologist of this particular article is James Chatter. All right. So, all right. So, he say right here in the article, let's click on this. All right, so let's go right here. All right, so right there you see, it say modern Native Americans closely resemble the people of China, Korea, and Japan, but the oldest American skeletons do not. Okay, so the oldest American skeletons will be what you would call Aborigines. All right, so what is the phenotypes, or what is the understanding to what he's saying that the oldest Americans are? All right, come on, article, man. God damn, computer, this motherfucker sure know when to fuck up. All right, you know what? Let me click this damn link out. Shit. All right, here we go. Let me get rid of this shit. Oh, I actually clicked on a fucking link, man. Shit. All right, wait. When this pop up, I'm gonna get rid of it. Let me see something. All right, let me get out of there. All right. What the fuck is this, man? Hold on, let me get out of there real quick. You know what? All right, there you go. I'm out of there. All right. So right in here is where he gives his. It say that the number of small and early American specimens discovered so far have smaller and shorter faces and longer and narrower skulls than later Native Americans, most closely resembling modern people of Africa, Australian, and South Pacific Islander. Okay, so let's see something real quick. Let me click off this shit. All right, so see what we got up here. We got this. This is from James Farborn, and this is in the British Museum. And all of these are the emblems of America. More likely, this one is the one that's found in the British Museum. Let me click it out. All right, computer, come on, man. Stop the bullshit. All right, so these basically are the emblem of America. I don't know what the fuck is up with my computer, man. When I open all this shit up, it give me all these fucking problems, man. Excuse my language, man. All right, there you go, right there, man. Fuck. So what you're looking at is an emblem of America, right? And these are what the real Indians looked like. Okay, you see right here, they resemble what we consider to be melanated people. Right here, you see another one right here. You see America, the one they found, the one actually British Museum. Also down here, you see another emblem of America. Let me click on this, man. What the fuck is up with this damn computer, man? God damn. Give me a fucking break, man. All right, hold up. All right, here we go. All right, so as James Chatter said, that the first Americans resemble Africans, Australians, people in South Pacific Islands, right? So when we look up the word Indian, say the word Indians are so-called Aborigines, right? All right, so now we got an understanding that this is us. You know what I'm saying? Or most of the people who come to this platform should already know that at this point in time. So let's go to something else. Let's go to the Constitution. right, hold up. Is that the one I'm looking for? No, I got another constitution pulled up here somewhere. I think it's this one. All right, this is Article 1, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution. And as you see right here, it says representatives and direct taxes shall be apportioned among the several states, which may include within this union, according to their representative numbers, which shall be determined by adding to the whole number of free persons, included those bound to service. Those bound to service for a term of a year. Now, remember, the bound to service is like Kalanaga was saying, was people that was in the military. Okay, it's saying and excluding, not exempt, not any. It say excluding Indians not taxed. All right. Now, when you go down, basically everything is saying everything that applies to a United States citizen does not apply to an American Indian, or you know what I'm saying, Indians not taxed. So, like I said, if you are practicing, or if you are under the law or state territory and renounce your tribal rule, then you are a citizen. You ain't no fucking, and you could be an Indian all day in your brain all day long. But you could wear head feathers and all that shit all day long. But if you paying taxes, then you're not an Indian. That's how I look at it. All right, you're not an Indian. So what is a tax? Like I said, we kind of touched on a little bit of this. Let's go to tax. All right, so we got tax, right? That's the noun. We don't want the noun. We want the verb. All right. So it say impose tax on, right? Impose tax on. It's saying directly from Latin, taxere, evaluate. What do evaluate mean, y'all? I'm hooked on phonics, so I don't know every fucking thing. But what do evaluate means? Value means count. What do estimate means? Count. What do assess means? Count. What do handle means? It says seizure, charge. So all right, so tax is basically evaluate, estimate, assess, handle, seizure, charge. To touch. You see this right here? It says to touch. To touch, right? It says to touch, to handle. It say the sense of burden, put a strain on. First recorded early 14th century. All right. So basically, an Indian that's not taxed is not to be what? Evaluated, right? Not to be estimated, right? Estimated means counted, right? Not to be assessed, right? Not to be handled, right? Not to be touched, right? Not to put on a burden or put a strain on, okay? All right? So understand that. All of this stuff right here, and then what kind of supports all this stuff? Let me see something right here. So this is the age rip, all right? This is the age rip. All right, it's the American Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People. All right, so it say Article 1. It says the American Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People applies to indigenous people of the Americas. Number 2, self-identification as indigenous people will be fundamental criteria for determining to who this declaration applies. The state shall respect the rights of such self-identification as indigenous. Now, what does it say right here? It says the state shall respect the rights of such self-identification as indigenous individuals, all right, say individuals or collectively in keeping with the practice and institutions of each indigenous people. All right. So let's go down a little bit because I like to get to the other one. Let me see something. All right, let's keep it moving. I swear I hate this fucking computer, yo. God damn. All right, let me see something. Now, go about it is because it kind of breaks it down. Like right here, say section 2, human rights and collective rights, right? Human rights and collective rights, right? So say article 5, full effect of observance of human rights. Indigenous people and persons have the right to full enjoyment of all human rights and fundamental freedom as recognized in the Charter of the United Nations, the Charter of the Organizations of the American State and International Human Rights Law, right? So Article 5, indigenous people have the collective rights that are indispensable for their existence, well-being, and integral development as people. In this regards, the state recognize and respect the right of indigenous people. Okay, so they're saying you have a right to do this. So if anybody tell you that you're not an Indian, then what applies to them as according to a right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, how can you enforce that? We touch right here. Let me see something. Right here. Title 18, Section 242, Declaration of Rights. So you have a right to be an Indian, right? And what did it say? Indians not to be taxed or not to be enumerated, right? So, and it says Indians that renounce their tribal rule are exercising the rights of citizens. Okay, so I don't think you could be an Indian and a citizen. You have to either be a citizen or Indian, not taxed. Okay, so like I said, I'm not trying to take no shots at nobody today. We're just gonna try to just get a great understanding of this, man. I wasn't going to do this shit, yo. I really wasn't going to do it, man. I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people who I rock with, most of you guys that's in the chat room, most of you guys that's here or whatever. I really wasn't going to do this. Really, I honestly wasn't, because like, I mean, it's just a lot. All right. So Title 18, U.S. Code 242, Declaration of Rights under color of law, right? It's like every motherfucking page I go to is running fucking crazy. What the fuck? Shit. Come on, computer. Stop the bullshit. Stop the madness. All right. Let me see something. Here we go. What the fuck is going on today? All right, here we go. All right. So it say, whoever under color of law of any state, statute, ordinance, regulations, or customs willfully subject any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district deprivation. Come on. Where else do we see this at? Let me see something. Still with y'all guys. This fucking computer is giving me crazy hell today. I don't. Oh boy. Alright, like it's moving a little bit. Alright, so if my computer keep giving me crazy time like that, I'm gonna have to shut it down and redo it, yo, because I can't do no video while my fucking computer keep freezing up on every page. Oh God, what the fuck? Still with you guys. This shit is freezing up on me, man. I cannot do no video like this while my fucking computer is freezing up on every page I click on. All right, y'all. This is crazy, man. I'm gonna have to restart my computer. I'm gonna have to shut this shit down and restart it because I can't do no video while this shit is freezing up on every fucking thing. The fuck, yo? I pay $1,100 for this damn computer. It's a brand new computer. This computer's only a year, probably a little over a year old. Well, I'm gonna say probably about 13 months. All right, so let's go here. All right, so this is House Joint Resolution 3. And what does this say? This says, it says, it say to the knowledge, a long history of officials, depredations, and ill-conceived policies by the United States government regarding Indian tribes, and offer an apology to all native people. Now remember, that word native is tricky, y'all. Okay? The word native is very tricky, but it say people on the behalf of the United States. All right, so we already know who this is representing. We know who it's talking about. We know who the Aborigines are. We know who first inhabitants, according to what the anthropologists and archaeologists found here. They're talking about us. All right, computer, come on, man. I feel like throwing this shit against the wall, yo. I'm serious. Because it's a brand new fucking computer, and this shit, like everything everything I'm clicking on today, this shit is giving me hard, crazy time work. Fuck. All right, there you go. So it say, whereas the ancestors of today, native people, inhabit this land of the present day United States since the time of immemorial. All right, the time of immemorial. And for thousands of years before the arrival of the European descent. All right. So say, whereas the people have have for millennia honored, protect, and steward this land we cherished. Okay, they talking about us. All right. So whereas the native people or indigenous or aboriginal or Indians are spiritual people with a deep and abiding belief in the creator. And for millenniums, their people have maintained a powerful spiritual connection. All right. So for those of you guys, because remember, when they came here, they referred to you as ungodly ones. That's another term that a lot of people say that the word Indian refers to, ungodly one. Now we said they said ungodly one, and then they said the children of God, Nino Indios, children of God. Which one of the padres that came with Columbus referred to the people in the Caribbean and Central and South America. All right. But they refer to us as pagans. You understand? As non-believers or infidels. But here it is right here. They recognizing it, right? So let's go now. You know what? Hold on. Let me go back here real quick. Let me go here real quick. And oh no, it's right here. All right, this is the 1866 Civil Rights Act, right? So it says the same thing in here. It's a be enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America and Congress assembled that all persons born in the United States and not subject to any foreign power, excluding Indians not taxed. Now listen, check this shit out. All right. It said excluding Indians not taxed, right? Now look what it says here. Let's highlight this. I'm sorry, let me click it again because this shit is taking. So what do it say all people excluding Indians are? So what do it say? Let's be for real. I don't give a fuck how mad you get because ain't none of you niggas gonna beat my ass. But let's be for real here. What the fuck does this shit say? Okay, read it again. Be enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in the Congress assembled that all persons born in the United States are not subjected to any foreign power. Okay. And who is it excluding? It excluding who? Indians, excluding Indians not taxed, are hereby declared. No, they say excluding Indians not taxed. So when you see that, when the comma, it say are hereby declared to be citizens of the United States. So everybody excluding Indians not taxed, and basically, that's born within the United States and not subjected to any foreign power, excluding Indians not taxed, are hereby declared to be citizens of the United States. Okay. Okay. All right. I mean, it's straightforward with that. You know what I'm saying? You can't deviate from this right here. It tells you right here. All and what did the 1860 enumeration says? It says all Indians say in tribal declared are to be citizens, right? What do this say? This says that excluding Indians not taxed, right? It said excluding Indians not taxed. It said hereby declared to be citizens of the United States. So if you're Indian not taxed, then you're not basically a United States citizen. Okay? You're not a United States citizen if you Indian not taxed, according to them. This is them. Okay, now what did the UNDRIP, what did the ADRIP say? Let's go back here. I know this shit gonna take a little time. So. That shit is not moving as fast as I would like it to move. It says indigenous people have the collective rights that are indispensable for their existence, well-being, and integral development as people. In regards to the state, recognize and respect the rights of indigenous people to their collective actions. It said to their own judicial, social, political, economic systems or institutions, to their own culture. Okay. Now look, let's see something real quick. Let me see something. Make sure I'm going to the right thing. We got. Let's go. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm going to the right place. Let's go back here. Let's go back to the Constitution real quick. I'm sorry, hold on. I lost my train of thought. Let me go back. So say collective rights, right? Collective rights, Article 5. Let's see something. Now, right here, it say rights to belong to indigenous people. Indigenous people and communities have the right to belong to one or more indigenous people. It say in ordinance with the identity, traditions, and customs and systems of belonging of each people. No discrimination of any kind may arise from the exercise of such right. All right. Now look, we're gonna go down to right here. Rejection of assimilation. You know what I'm saying? Rejection of assimilation right here, right? So it's indigenous people have the right to maintain, express, and freely develop their cultural identity in all respects, free from any external, exempt act assimilation. Okay. It say the state shall not carry out, adopt, support, or favor any policy to assimilate the indigenous people, to destroy their cultures. Okay. Now look, what does that say? Now look, now protection against genocide. Indigenous people have the right to not be subjected to any genocide or attempt to exterminate them. Okay. Now let's go down. It says indigenous people have the right not to be subjected to racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, or other related form. Now, xenophobia could also be when these people reject you, as when you tell them you're American Indian, right? And they reject your rights. Like, let's say if you traveling and you know what I'm saying, and a policy officer pull you over, and once you tell them that once you tell them that you are American Indian, and you are basically enforcing your rights that's given to you by the Constitution, right? Now look, check. I already know this shit gonna take all fucking day, so all right, so all right, so let's go here real quick. All right, so let's go back to the top. So this is House Con 331. I think this is the one that Colinago showed. I don't know if he showed this one or 3, but I think it was 3 he showed. But this is three. I got three up there and 331. So basically, right here, this is the concurrent resolution. Okay, so this is the concurrent resolution, right? What does it say right here? It say to acknowledge the contributions of the Iroquois Confederacy of a nation to develop the United States Constitution and to affirm the continuing government to government relationships between Indian tribes and the United States established in the Constitution. So government to government, meaning you wouldn't be part of that government. That's what it means. It means you got your own government, right? That's what it basically means. You have your own government, okay? You have your own government. So basically, it's saying government to government relationships, all right? And what did it say? What did it say in the let's go back. It says indigenous people have the right to maintain, express, and freely develop their cultural identity in all respects. It say free from internal attempt to assimilation. Okay, so just for you guys, you know, because I'm hooked on phonics. Y'all already know, man. Let's go to let's go here real quick. Let's look up what the word assimilate means. Stimulation. All right, so just give me a second, man. This shit is taking forever, man. I hate doing videos on this computer when this shit does this. Fuck, yo, come on, computer. What the fuck is you giving me a hard time for? I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is making my computer run so damn slow. Everything I'm clicking on Chrome takes forever to respond. This is unfucking believable. Alright, just give it a second, man. This is some bullshit, yo. Damn. Still here with you guys. This shit right here, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to rock out like this, y'all. I'm gonna probably have to do a part two, man, because this shit right here, I cannot do a video like this. And every 5 minutes, this shit keep freezing up on me. The fuck, yo? Like, damn. Shit still not fucking responding. Unfucking believable. Fucking believable. Oh, boy. That shit took almost 2 minutes for it to come to this one page. The fuck, yo? I hate when this shit do this. Damn. You know what? Let me close this shit up. This All right, here we go. I spelled it wrong. Hold on. All right, so here we go. That's the now. Let me see something. That's all it's giving us is that. So let's go to assimilation, which that is a noun. Let me see something. All right, so assimilate. Let's go right here. Let's click on assimilate. All right, so assimilate. All right. So boom. So assimilate verb. It says absorb into and make part of the body, right? It's a part particular of a similar to make like, copy, imitate, assume. It's saying to form of foreign, pretend. It's a from assimilation. It's a to make similar. It's a from like, resembling, of the same kind. So it's a meaning, make alike, calls to resemble, and in transitive sense becomes incorporated into. All right, so that's what assimilation means. Assimilation is also making you, basically assimilation will also refer to this right here. This will be assimilation. The families of Indians who have renounced their tribal rule and who are under state and territory laws exercise the rights of citizens are to be enumerated. And you already know what they're classified as. So you exercise the rights of citizens, you are classified as a citizen. And it's saying this is what assimilation is. So and what did this tell us about assimilation? It says indigenous people have the right to maintain, express, and freely develop their cultural identities in all respects, free from any external attempt at assimilation. Okay? Now, look, let me see something real quick. Let's go to this one right here. Let me see something. So let's look up the word. Let's look up under Title 18. What is the word genocide? Or, let's see something. So I'm at the right place. I think it's these sites that got my computer running slow. All right, here we go. So Title 18, 1091, genocide, right? Now look, it's a basic, whoever, wherever, in time of peace, in time of, all right, it say whoever, wherever, in time of no, in time of peace and in time of war, and with specific intent to destroy. Okay, so if they destroy your culture, what is that called? That's called genocide, right? Now I say in whole or substantial parts, a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group, such as kill a member of that group, cause any serious bodily injury to members of that group. It's saying cause permanent impairment of mental facilities of members of the group through drugs, torture, or similar techniques, right? It's a subject of, subjects the group to conditions of life that are intended to cause a physical destruction of the group in a whole part. So basically forcing you to assimilate is basically genocide. And what did the Andrip just say? Well, the A drip rather. Let's go back to the A drip right here. Let me open this up a little bit too, in case you guys can't see it. ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right, right here. It's indigenous. Oh, fuck. This shit is. Oh, I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right here. All right. All right. So here we go again. Indigenous people have a right to maintain, express, and freely develop their cultural identity in all respects, free from external attempt to assimilation. Number two, the state shall not carry out, adopt, support, or favor any policy to assimilate the indigenous people or destroy their culture. So destroying your culture will be what? Genocide, right? But also they telling you they can't destroy your culture. They saying that you had a government to government relationship with the United States. Okay, now I'm kind of got some questions about some of that too, but nonetheless though, so you had a government to government relationship between them. So basically assimilating you and forcing you to be classified as color is what did genocide say? What did Title 18? What did Title 18 say? It's a basic offense, whoever, wherever, in time of peace and in time of war, and with the specific intent to destroy. Destroy what? Your culture, right? In whole or in substantial part, national, ethnic, racial, or religious group, right? It's saying such as kill a member of that group, cause any bodily injury to members of that group, cause permanent impairment, okay? Permanent impairment. Okay, it say of the mental facilities of members of the group. So permanent, also mental facilities. Well, when we say mental facilities, that could mean that you don't know where the hell you from. And I'm gonna show y'all something else, right? Hold up. Let's go back here real quick. Hold up, Boobies. I think it's this one right here. Let me see something. Let me make sure this is it. Cause I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Let me. I think it's these two. These shits be running mad slow. Every time I open that the Bouvier up. All right, so let's give it a second for it to come through. I hope everybody enjoying the bill. Hope you're getting something from it. Like I said, this is what I do, man. This is what I've been doing from day one. But you got you fake ass fucking Indians who be trying to bang against me because I understand what the term more means or whatever. But check this shit. I got something for you motherfuckers, right? Check this out. Let's go to the word idiot. All right. It say a person, idiot, right? Let's highlight this. All right, any day now. Every time I click on something, Chrome not responding. What the fuck? Oh, God damn. All right, there you go. So, idiot, a person who has been without understanding from his negativity. All right, so let's look up what the word negativity means. I'm not even going on there. I'm going to look it up right here, right? So, this is actually in the 1828 dictionary. Let me see. So it's a negativity. It's a birth. It says the first one, which is a noun. It say the coming into life or the world, right? Then it says number 2, it's a time, it's a place and manner of birth. It's a to calculate one's nativity, right? So it's a 3, state or place of being produced. Okay, now what did it say? It's a person who have been without understanding of nativity is state or place of being produced. All right, so basically saying nativity. So you're an idiot if you don't know where you came from. Okay, I guess I explained that shit right, but pretty much that's what it is, basically. All right, it's a state or a place of being produced. Where would you produce that? You was produced in America, right? All right. So if you have been without understanding of you from your nativity or whatever, then you are deemed a that's in the Bouvier's dictionary. Okay. Um. So let's move on. I'm actually gonna close this shit out because this is bugging. I'll close this one out. You know what? Let me close these out too. Here we go. Chrome not responding. I think it'd be Chrome too, man. Because every time I use Chrome, I'll be having this problem too, man. I'm gonna stop using Chrome. This shit is full of shit. Hold up, matter of fact, let me see something. This shit right here too open. What the hell is this? Let me close that out. Alright, so boy, it should take forever, yo. What the fuck is going on? Alright. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. I cannot do no video while this shit doing this shit because it's making me forget a lot of shit that I'm trying to do. But basically, do you guys understand what's going on? Like as far as that little bit of, information that I just put together right there. Do you guys understand what that means? Do you understand everything that's dealing with that? All right. Okay. That's right. You're right about that, Orchard. You're right. Peace, Laney. How you doing, Laney? I know a lot of you guys in here, but I barely see Laney too much. Peace to the sister. Peace to all the Aborigines in the chat room. So you guys getting an understanding from this when Indians not taxed is not to be enumerated. And like I said, no disrespect to the brother Creek and Colinago and what they was talking about yesterday as far as the 1820 census. Okay. Anything you put yourself on, you are a citizen. Okay. Indians not taxed are not to be enumerated, not to be evaluated, not to be assessed, not to be handled, not to be touched. So if you're not to be evaluated, if you're not to be evaluated, not to be assessed, okay, not to be enumerated, that means not to be counted. I mean, see, the thing of it is this, man. And I'm gonna just leave y'all with this, right? You might as well just stay United States citizens for you guys who not built for this shit. Just stay United States citizens, live, work your jobs, pay your taxes or whatever. If you're not built for this, all right? I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really. Because you got a lot of people who be running around talking about the Indians and they pay taxes. And like I said, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but this is at least a little understanding for those of you who didn't know about this. So if you didn't know, if you was ignorant to it and you didn't have an understanding, I kind of understand that it's not, and I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about people who've been doing this shit, making videos, talking to different people. And none of these people telling you Indians are not to be taxed. But you got a so-called more, or what niggas running around here telling you a more, and I'm putting this information out. And that's what I'm saying. I put out information like this and motherfuckers just be banging. Oh, he's a Moor and all this, that, and the third. That's why I didn't want to fucking do the video from the beginning. Because a lot of you motherfuckers, you niggas, this shit is entertainment to you guys. You don't want to be an Indian, not taxed. You want to be enumerated. You want to live in state territory and to be counted and exercise the rights of citizens. That's it. Not all of you guys, but the majority of the motherfuckers who pop shit, that's what you are. You're a United States citizen, so until you become a real Indian, don't say shit to me. Don't come, comment, oh, you're more, kiss my ass, okay? Because understand that you should be focusing and putting all your energy into becoming an Indian, not taxed. How do you got time to make videos and oh, he's more, but the more is giving you this information, all right? And that's what I'm saying, man. I don't give a fuck if a cat walked up to me and told me that I was an Aborigine, I'm gonna respect that cat. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, people don't have a good understanding to what's going on. I mean, you're going to look, paperwork, you're going to need paperwork. You're going to have some trace of evidence of who you are. So you're going to need, didn't your ancestors have paperwork? Didn't they put papers in the Bible? And didn't they do stuff like that? Didn't they have documentation? You need the documentation. You ain't got no paper or you ain't got no proof of who you are. They could just snatch you up and fucking deport you. So you need paperwork. You have to put people on. I'm not, and it's for entertainment purposes only. I'm not telling you niggas not to do shit. Because you ain't gonna make no motherfucking video about me telling them, yo, A1 said do this and it didn't work for me. Oh, now I'm blaming him. Nah, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm an Indian, not taxed. Okay, I'm an Indian, not taxed already. So however you, or Aborigine or a Tonton, that's not taxed. So like I said, this is for entertainment purposes only, Aborigine, Mac. Okay? Because it is. I'm not giving nobody, I'm not telling nobody what to do. I ain't nobody parents. You people grown, people have their own control of their mind. I just basically read the shit to you, everything you need to know. And if you can't fully comprehend that, then maybe you with me and maybe you are hooked on phonics as well. So, like I said, don't make no fucking videos if you ain't gonna make no videos about Indians not taxed. And you still, you know what I'm saying? And you got people who is supposed to be, who's supposed to be Indians not taxed, not telling you this. You understand? That's all people supposed to be making videos about. Look, no, to show you the history. What did I told you the history? We went through anthropology, went through archaeology, we showed you James Chatter. This is a heavy. Also, I mean, I got plenty of joints to go with this, but look. Whenever this shit come on, here we go, here we go, here we go. We already know who the Aborigines are. The Aborigines are the first inhabitant. What did James Chatter tell you? Who did James Chatter tell you who the earliest Americans resemble? Okay? So if the earliest Americans resemble them or whatever, what happened to them? Oh, I'm going to tell you what happened to y'all motherfuckers. This is what happened to you right here. The family of Indians who have renounced their tribal rule. So that's how your ass disappeared. Because you renounce your tribal rule and you live in under state territory and exile the law of the rights of citizens are to be enumerated. Opposite their name in column 6 under the heading colored. That's it. That's where the Indians that James Tyler was talking about went. That's where the Indians he was talking about went. That's where the Indians that disappeared, that's where they went. They are the family of Indians who have renounced their tribal rule and living under state territory law, exercise the rights of citizens are to be enumerated. Okay? Under the heading colored. Okay, but check this out real quick. Let's go to something else real quick. Let's go here real quick. I'm looking for something in particular. No doubt. I got you in a minute. Wow, give me 1 second. I got you, brother. I'm gonna put the link back in the chat room. So if anybody wanna come through real quick, I gotta be out of here within probably about the next couple of minutes. I'm gonna put in the chat. Wow, you ain't gotta worry about that because I'm gonna put in the chat. Let me just try to find this what I'm looking for real quick. Hold up. What the fuck? Hold on, I'm looking for one thing. Nah, I ain't there. Hold up. Let me see something. Let's go here. Come on, computer. Why you keep fucking with me? God damn. Any day now. Shit. Just to click on a tag, this shit still don't fucking be responding. I do not know what the fuck is wrong with this damn computer, man. And this shit got way more memory than my other computer had. And look, here we go with this shit. Just give me a second, let everything come open up. And remember this too, right? That 1860 census and enumeration to the U.S. Marshal, that was done in 1860. That was 64 fucking years before Walter Ashby Plecker applied that to the people in Virginia. All right. So for 64 years, you already had people who was being classified as colored, who has renounced their tribal rules. Boy, this fucking computer, my God, man. Give me a fucking break, man. Here we go. Okay, computer, come on now. Any fucking day now. God damn. Shit's aggravating as hell, yo. I'm about to, after I do this, I'm gonna let, matter of fact, you know what? Let me put the link in, because this, the fuck, yo, this shit freezing up everywhere, man. Every time I click on something, this shit freezing up. All right, hold up. Let me go. Hold up. Matter of fact, no one. Let me put the link in the chat real quick. All right. I just put it back in there. They go the link right there to come on there. So why, if you in the chat room, just click on the link. Cam Lewis. I thought you was coming through, Cam. Click the link. Let me see. Excuse me. All right, so they got a link right there. You see the link? Hopefully you guys get it. Just come in. When I click back on the screen, I'm gonna click y'all in, or whoever comes in. All right, so boom. All right, so let's go right here. Y'all already know who Walter Plecker was. All right, so it said he was a promoter of eugenics. All right, so eugenics. All right, so we know who created the eugenics. Plus, also the people who created eugenics, they was part of the Anglo Society. No, I think it's called the Anglo-Saxon Society. All the motherfuckers was part of that. All of them, and they had subgroups to that. So a lot of these so-called organizations, eugenics, and all these other Walter Plecker was also, he was down with what's my man name? Darwin. And Darwin cousin, what's the nigga? Francis, can't get his name out right now. But that's who this nigga was part of. And I bet you he was doing the bidding of them, all right? It's saying the eugenics, a discredit movement aimed at scientifically proving white racial superiority. All right, so that's white supremacists right there. It's saying thereby justifying the marginalization of non-white people. Employ Virginia Act to preserve racial integrity. Plecker effectively separated Virginia citizens into how many? Two simplified racial categories. White and what? White and what? Color, right? Okay. Check this shit out. Now, this happened way after what originally happened, right? So the law, which remained in effect until 1967. Now, listen, I'm not telling you niggas nothing. Read between the line unless you hooked on finance. If you hooked on finance, just email me and I'll tell you through there. All right? It say which remained in effect until 1967, when it was overturned by the United States Supreme Court in the case of Lovin versus Virginia. All right, so now, what I mean, but remember, some of us already renounced our tribal rule. All right, some people already renounced their tribal rule, but the ones who didn't, he was automatically doing this, and this just didn't happen in Virginia. This happened in 15 other fucking states, man. It happened in Alabama, and remember, all of that was Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia. All of that was Florida. So check it out. They say required that racial description of every person recorded at birth, while criminalizing marriages between whites and non-whites. Plecker, listen. They telling you who the Indians are. Look, listen to this. Plecker policies use deceptive scientific evidence to deem blacks as a lesser class of human beings, but they also targeted poor whites and anyone who or other eugenicists considered feeble-minded. Okay, asserting that the Virginia Indians were in fact a mixed-blooded Negroes. But who did he aim the policies at? They say the policies use deceptive scientific evidence to deem blacks as a lesser. Now, he's telling you that they only had two classifications. So there wasn't no black people. It was white and color. Okay? But they're trying to throw you off by saying, oh, now they was fucking with black people too. No. The black people are the colored people, motherfucker. And we know that. We know that. And how can we easily do? We can easily do a, look. Easy Google search. Check this out. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so when we see these signs, it don't say nothing about blacks. It says nothing about blacks, right? You see this lady right here? It says colored only, right? It says white only, colored only, right? So you see this lady right here? She's classified as a colored, right? But look at all the look, color interest only. It say we serve colored. All right. It say whites only, colored only, colored only, colored only. Don't say nothing about black people, you stupid motherfuckers. They never called you black until the 1960s. Okay. Colored only, no whites allowed. It said we serve colored. All right. Look, colored waiting room. Look at the brother right here. Look, colored. This is a nigga right here, but he's classified as colored. Okay. He's classified as colored. And what did it say? What did it say? It says it said the law remained in effect until 1967 when the Supreme Court overturned it, right? But who was he targeting? Who was Plecker targeting mostly? He gonna tell you the colored people are the black people. That's it. That's it. Said Plecker policies use deceptive scientific evidence to deem blacks as a lesser class of human beings, but they also targeted poor whites and anyone who he or other eugenicists considered feeble-minded. Okay? Considered feeble-minded. Asserting the Virginia Indians were in fact mixed blood of Negroes. Now look, it said mixed blood of Negroes, right? But what is this guy telling you right here? What is he saying the first Americans resemble? What is he saying the first Americans resemble? So if you guys don't believe it was Negroes here or the people who, the people who come here with the Pan-African shit and they don't understand it, I got numerous sources, triple sources. I mean, shit is going on and on, man. It really does, man. All right, whenever the shit opens up. So every time I click on something, it should take forever. Here it go right here. It said the shorter and narrow faces say Native Americans mostly closely resemble the modern people of Africa, Australia, and South Pacific. It's saying this led speculations that perhaps the first Americans and Native Americans, they said the first Americans will be considered what? Aborigines. The Native Americans is saying came here later. Okay. All right. So, and even when you get into this is a good read too right here. This is a decent read right here. This is the Black Builders of Stonehenge. It says right here, it say blacks built many pyramids in the Americas. There are a number of similarities between the pyramids in Africa and those in America. Okay. Let me see something. I don't know why it's so damn cloudy like this. Shit normally clearer than this. The fuck. Let me see something. Let me see. Hold up. And people don't think the pyramids is important to build on. You know what I'm saying? You out of your mind. If you motherfucking, you found the ancient teepee. You don't find no teepees around here nowhere. Cause we wasn't living in teepees. We was living in fucking structures, man. And I think a lot of them brownstones that was in Brooklyn was already there too. I think that they was built at least about 600-700 years ago. Anybody who live in Brooklyn, because you can't even find no construction of them shits. They have no construction when they constructed the so-called them brownstones in Brooklyn. So that will lead a lot of stuff you find even in New York, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just in the South or in Tennessee or Alabama and Georgia where we find these structures at. Look, this should take forever, yo. How the fuck can you do a video with this shit taking long to load up like this? Oh God, come on, computer, come on. I'm about to shut this shit down in a minute, yo. I cannot do no video while this shit keep freezing up on me like this. This shit is mad annoying. Oh boy, come on, computer. God damn. The whole fucking screen went black. This is fucking unbelievable, man. The fuck, yo? Here we go. Shit. I don't even know why this shit is. It's not even clear, yo. I'm gonna just skip this one right here. Let me go back to the chat, see if anybody came through. Alright, left every voice. I'm gonna put the link in the description one more time, y'all. Alright.
Peace and light, brother.
Peace, my brother.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Can you hear me? How's my sound? Because
You good?
sometimes
You good?
oh, okay, cool. That's what's up, man. I just want to say peace and light to you first and foremost, and everybody in the chat. You really dropping some solid information on the family right now, and I hope they're paying attention. The first thing I wanted to confirm as far as the information you're putting out is the census,
Mm-hmm.
and also about how Indians are not supposed to be enumerated. So
Mm-hmm.
that question came up like a couple days ago while I was on another platform, and I answered it to for the family the same way you answering it right now. We on the same page, on the same accord.
You know
You
what, my
see what
brother?
I'm?
Introduce yourself to the people so they know who you speaking to.
Oh, okay. So by the way, I am Brother Jamal, and my platform is loosely called Lift Every Voice. I think everybody could understand why I call it Lift Every Voice, but so that's my platform on YouTube. But I'm actually gonna change that channel, and I'm gonna have a brand new, fresh channel, so the family can come through, and I could do similar things that the brother here is doing. I'm aspiring to be like you, brother. You have
I mean,
a good following.
brother, listen, you like me. You already like me. You know what? You trying to be better than me because I'm hooked on phonics. So you want to be better than me. Um, but I appreciate that, my brother. I definitely appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate your brothers, send me. But like I said, this information is yours. Okay. At the end of the day, I'm trying to just help people do what they can do for entertainment purposes only. Aboriginal Mac, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, at the end of the day, man, I'm not giving nobody people grown ups. You know, if you don't understand what the fuck we going through, then look, turn this shit off and watch some other go watch some cartoons or something. Because this shit ain't real. Then you know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And I'm
that's right.
showing you the A drip. The A drip is telling you they cannot forcibly simulate you. Okay, so but you forcibly simulate yourself every day. I ain't filling out no paperwork. I ain't filling out no paper. All right, okay, all right. Don't fill it out then. Stay a citizen. Stay Indians that renounce their tribal role. That's it. That's it. Stay being a citizen. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing because this ain't for you. And matter of fact, you know what? And if you want to stay being a citizen, don't even claim you're Indian and go back to your African American status because
Mm,
it's not for
mm.
you. Not for you.
Well, I want to bring up 17, I believe it was 1790 was the first census, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So, so before that, they had to convene and talk about the whole procedure and how it's supposed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
So what I was able to find is the actual bill that they had, drawn up with all the instructions to the marshals that were supposed to carry out and basically the assembly, right, told them this. He told the marshals that Indians are exempt, not
Turn your
taxed.
hold on. I'm sorry. Turn your cam if you want your camera to show.
Okay. So it's clear. I mean, it's stated in black and white
Now go up
that
there.
Indians are not supposed to be even counted, okay, because they're not taxed, okay? And the only reason that now,
So what? So all right.
go ahead, brother.
Now go ahead. Keep building. Keep building. I'm sorry. No, no,
Yeah,
no. Go ahead. Keep building. I'm.
okay. So, so that means within the very instructions of the census when it was first instituted, when it was constitutional, the one that we have now is not actually constitutional. The census that's being carried out now, believe it or not, is based off of the 14th Amendment. So if you consider yourself a 14th Amendment, citizen, then you go ahead and fill it out. But the constitutional one that goes back to 1790, the instructions were not to count any Indians. And when they say Indians, we know who they're talking about. They're referring to us. They're referring to our people. They're referring to our forefathers. Okay, the term Indian or more, these terms they use, they're referring to us. All right. I just want people to kind of be clear on that and not get confused over semantics. Okay. So we were not even supposed to be counted or even touching the census whatsoever. And also, we're not taxed on top of it. Okay. So I wanted to make sure that everybody gets that information and also it's confirmed, brother. You have somebody right here that's vouching the information you're putting out. It's important that we show people that we are all on the same page. The researchers, the ones that's been in this for the longest, we're on the same page and we're telling you the same message. If you're going to be a free national, or Indian, a Moor, which puts you in a different status, it's time to really start being that an actual fact. You know what I'm saying? And there are, there are avenues for you to do that. But if you're afraid, if you're scared, if you think because you see a census or a canvas, a census person who's canvassing the area and you get scared, you think that's the official thing, it's their authority, then go ahead and capitulate. That's you. But if you're gonna stand on law, if you're gonna operate, from your true standing and your status, then you don't touch the census. I don't care what boxes are on there. You don't add a box or anything like that because the census basically is a head count. Okay, so head counts are for
Yup.
prisoners, for property, for animals. You're not a prisoner. You're not property. You're not an animal. Why would you need a head count? So
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah. I mean, you know what? Hold up, Mike Easton. What you say? Hold on. Let me put this one up real quick. Um, you got something you want to add to that, Jay? I think your mic muted, Freeway. Your
yeah, we
Freeway.
can.
I'll wait till he come in.
Yeah, we can.
All right. But as far as what you just said, you know what I'm saying? Hold up. What did I wanted to see what Mike Easton put up. Oh, I put it up there. It say everyone in this chat is a United States citizen of America right now, regarding that you are an American Indian or not. And that's true. And that's true. Like I said, you got people coming talking about you can't listen. Like I said, man, I mean, this is it, man. This is it right here. This is it. This is it. And like I said, it's not no for me to do no more videos on. I don't. I showed you the pictures. We done went through. It's not no. It's really nothing else, man. It's at this point in time. It's really nothing else to show you, man. This is the. This is it right here. You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is what you people want it. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want it, then keep it moving. Yeah, we know we the first inhabitants. cannot force you to be assimilate into their culture, bro. Or we say what the to be assessed, not to be evaluated, not to be handled, not to be put in a burden. They take when they tax. We went over the genocide. What is it? What is genocide? Oh, you know what? I ain't want to click on no more links because this shit is freezing up. But we went over gen. I'm gonna read through this. I promise you guys. I'm gonna close out all this shit and open it up. I'm gonna read through this. I'm gonna add some more to it because I got some more to add to it. I actually the 1790 census. Hold up, Mr. Fine. Hold on, I'm gonna put it back in again, Waha, just in case you want to come back to it. This shit's freezing up. Hold up. I got it on my phone right here because I was trying to actually just upload it.
Okay. Well, as you look through it, I want to confirm with everybody. Once you make the decision to start operating within your true, status and capacity, whether you want to call yourself an Indian, there's avenues for you to do that. A good example would be, the question of, what do you do when you have a car? You know what I'm saying? I mean, how do you stop them from ticketing you and doing all these things? Well, guess what? There's at least 7 to 10 states that I can name right now that basically recognize tribal license plates. Let me repeat this. Whatever tribe you're in, you can petition the state to issue you special tags and special license plates that reflect your tribe. And then, that puts you in a status of, they don't detain you, they don't tax you, they don't ticket you. Do you understand? Are people listening? Do we have to bring this up and show it to people? Okay. The state that has the most tribal tribes who are recognized by the state and are issued license plates is Oklahoma. Okay. Also Maryland, Delaware, okay, North Dakota, Wisconsin. I can go down the list and I can give you the names of the tribes. So why aren't we petitioning the states to give us our license plates so we can operate and drive? We don't have to look goofy with funny license plates or, you know what I'm saying, feel like, you know what I'm saying, like we're being hunted by these cops when we're in our cars. We just petition, get our license plates, put them on our vehicles, and then they'll know what to do. They'll know not to stop us for no frivolous nonsense, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And
Their
also,
property.
exactly. Also, you can also petition to get yourself a passport card, okay, as a free national, as an Indian or whatever you want to call yourself. But if your status is that of someone who's been, you have the option through the Department of State, right, to the State Department, to get yourself a passport card. Now, with that passport card, guess what? Once they see it, it will say, "Do not detain, do not arrest." Okay, it will have a exempt. Once they put it up in their computers, it has an exempt. They cannot touch you because you are a national, and you also have a lifetime license to carry. Okay, so your constitutional rights are protected. I hope people, I hope people are listening. And so what I've been doing is I've been working with people, doing consulting and helping them, get all these things, worked out. That's what I do. I don't get into the back and forth what now words we use. No. You want to get your passport, you can get the passport card or your actual passport book if you want to travel internationally. If you want to talk about how to protect your vehicles, you don't even need car insurance. You just get a bond. Okay, you don't even have to pay car insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know your rights,
A surety bond. You said, well, hold up, real quick. Hold up, you're going too fast on that. Let's reserve that insurance thing. I want you to touch on that alone. You could touch on that alone. All right.
Okay.
But keep elaborate because I want you to touch on that because a lot of people don't know. Now, let me ask you a question. We're gonna touch on the insurance thing, but do you know just for the people that works or that do have employment through the state, how they can go about becoming an Indian not taxed? I mean,
As
there's a
far as
lot of
getting
different
the
ways to do it. There's a lot of different ways to do it. But
right.
do you have any foreknowledge on that as far as like going to, you know what I'm saying, going to your human resources and what type of article? Actually, all that shit I just showed you, you can bring in there.
Hmm.
Everything I just showed you, the undrip, the Constitution, all this shit you could bring in there and show them. I'm an Indian. Now that I know I'm an Indian, you can't do nothing about me claiming who I am. It only worked when I
Right.
didn't know it.
Right. Right. Yeah. You have the right to petition. See, I want people to understand the difference in terms of law. You know, because every word you use in law has a definition. So that's why there's the Black's Law Dictionary. So when you petition, right, a government agency, you're giving them an order. Okay, you're giving them a command. You don't apply for stuff. People that go and apply for stuff are the people that end up getting it. You understand? You don't want to, when you send stuff out, you don't want to make it as an application. You want to make it as an affidavit or a petition because you know your status. You have
Hmm.
the highest status on in the land. This is your home. So when you speak, whatever you say takes precedence. Okay? That means whether you say it verbally or in writing. So you send out petition. You petition them for those rights, because they're not there to give you rights, but they're there to ensure the rights that you already have. But if people aren't exercising them, if they're not standing on them, then they don't feel obligated to, to tell you. You understand? So, like you said, a lot of people just abandon their role. They've abandoned their status. And that's what they like that. They like when you abandon. So that way your estate and you know what I'm saying, your property is cheats back to them. They love it when you abandon stuff. Because like laws on abandoned property is this, finders keepers. But if you step into your role and you know what avenue to follow,
Peace,
then you
peace. Can
should
y'all
be
hear
able
me
to.
now?
Peace and light, brother.
Peace, peace. Yeah, nah, go ahead, bro. I was just trying to see if this mic was working. It wasn't working at first.
Yeah.
All right. I think there we go. All right. Damn,
Well,
see?
basically, a lot of the things in me out because it's powerful. Made to the circle here. I've kind of been working on my own for many years, researching, studying. I've actually been,
Damn, he got kicked out too. What the fuck is going on? Come back on in, lift every word. There you go. All right, freeway. You're freeway.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. My man just dropped out, but now you in. Can you build, elaborate? I'm about to bring you back in, lift every voice. Um, I just want the brother to get this out before he get kicked back out. Hold on, what the fuck is going on? Oh, there you go. All right.
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you elaborate a little bit on a Title 25 Indian? What's a Title 25 Indian?
Title 25 Indian, just simply put, is a Native American. And you'll have to go into the Title 25. Actually, what people don't understand, it's the Alaskan Land Claim Act from with the United States and Alaska, and that happened back in 1856. Right. Well, I say about mid 1800s. I don't know the exact date, but it could be looked up. But the point is, when it's talking about those people, it's talking about those people that was caught up in that land purchase. So those are the Title 25 Indians. So when you go into the actual Title 25 and you go into the agreement section and contracts with and treaties, and you're gonna look for the definitions. Everything dealing with law, you have to look at the definitions. I don't care where it's at. Like, you can't just use any old definition. Law specific, especially when you're dealing with like United States codes or even state statutes. They all have definitions, and you have to deal with the definition first to identify who it applies to and what it applies to, and that's key especially when you're dealing with the term Indian, because the term Indian itself has different meanings right now. So it has a lot of connotative meanings, meaning, people use it in different ways now versus what it meant back then. So when we was talking about what y'all was speaking about earlier with the 1790 census, that was the first census. But when you go into the language, that language was verbatim what the Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3 of the Constitution, what that was saying. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good? You good?
Yes,
Go ahead.
sir. Yes,
Keep
sir.
it.
My mic was the one that kind of went out. But go ahead, bro. We hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm on the freeway, so I'm looking at the thing. It keeps saying I got a problem curve. But okay, cool. So when you look at Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3, remember the Constitution is where the census law come from, and people got it. It ain't just the acts this itself. Like the 1790 Act was just an act itself that Congress put in place for the United States jurisdiction. And you did mention earlier that the that we know of today is the corporate body, which the one that was created in 1871, the District of Columbia, as a municipality. But they also did another thing people miss. They created the District of Columbia and the 1791. That's when they created that jurisdiction there. So it's you got to pay attention to in terms of the law, and it is layered. It's all about jurisdiction, and that's the whole point of the census. A lot of people asking, "What's the point?" Well, the point is jurisdiction. Your status gives you jurisdiction. So before anything could be done, in terms of the law, your status comes first, and then with your status comes the jurisdiction. So that's the trick that they've been playing on us the whole time. We had our own jurisdiction, and even with the jurisdiction that they had, it was only for commerce, commercial purposes. It never was meant to be to the extent as we see it today. It was just strictly supposed to be for commercial purposes. And to be quite honest, it's still for that purpose. Because even when you deal with Code of Federal Regulations, 72.11, all crimes are commercial. Everything, they make everything these quasi crimes, basically crimes that people, well, they call them crimes, but they're not crimes. So, and it's everything is for a commercial, commercial purpose on a federal level, and then that carried off into what we now have the states and stuff. They have their own statutes and things, but they have to be in line with the federal statutes, and it may vary from state to state as to what you know they apply. But again, it's based on jurisdiction, so that's why your status is important. That's why it's important to make sure, and if you are claiming to be an Indian, understand what Indian not tax mean. You do have to understand what that means, because a lot of people have what you call in law minimum contacts. So that's going to be your birth certificate, your social, well, not yours, but the birth certificate, the social security card. Um, you got the what is that? The voter registration card. All those things are evidence of you being a citizen. So when you go back and correct those documents, even if you have a job, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not necessary for you to have a social security number. That's for United States citizens. It's not meant for you to have a birth certificate, once again, because you are who you say you are, and your family records. That's the whole point of everybody doing genealogy, is for you to trace back your lineage, because that's the terms you want to be using. You want to use lineage. You don't want to get into family and all that stuff. You want to be talking. You want to talk Indian talk, and that's the reality. So going back to the 1790. So when you get back into these dates, you want to be able to know for a fact that how to express this to come knock on your door, and as an Indian, not tax, you supposed to know what to do. You supposed to know how to address them. And I think if I heard correct, some I don't know who was just mentioning about an affidavit. You need to know what an affidavit is. You need to know how to draft up an affidavit. You need to know how to make that.
That was me, brother. I brought that up.
Okay, yeah, you need to know how to make that that link with your nation or your tribe, whichever one you use. You know what I'm saying? Some people use their tribe and some people use their nation. But the point is understanding that even when you use that nation or tribe, that it's not within the United States jurisdiction. Because y'all was speaking earlier, a lot of these tribes and nations are federally recognized and are under their jurisdiction. So that's another thing that you have to know, you know, in your own personal study, because no, it's not the same for everybody. Some people do have their records and stuff, but they might be under the United States jurisdiction, and you have
Mm,
to do that extra research to make that clear for yourself, especially if you are and understand what Indians not taxed is.
mm.
So
Check it out, brother. I'm glad you brought that up because I have been introducing the family to the whole concept of affidavits, right? And the key is, though, that affidavits can be both written and verbal. A lot of people don't realize oral affidavits are also valid, meaning you can actually uh, contract, or, well, you guys know this in law that you can actually make a contract orally, right? Does everybody know that?
That's right. All contracts, verbal contracts, are accepted in commerce. Or it says that
Okay,
when you study business law, a verbal agreement is just as good as a written agreement.
awesome. So I wanted to address this because the brother said we got to be wary about how we talk to them when they come to our door. So if they knock on our door, everybody already knows what I've proposed, and it's worked for me. It's a remedy that has worked for me because of the stop and frisk situation that brothers and sisters were dealing with in New York. So what I did was I drafted or created an oral or verbal declaration. So whenever they approach me, initial contact does not happen with any IDs, driver's licenses, or anything like that. The initial contact that happens is me making a verbal declaration to them that, I declare my nationality, I reserve my rights, and also decline any offer to contract. So I say that to them directly, orally, verbally, so that they can hear it. It works as an affidavit. So that means you could have all types of paperwork, but if you don't understand law, you don't know how to stand on law, then you won't be able to defend any of your paperwork. And as a matter of fact, the oral affidavit is probably probably more powerful because you're using your word. Your word is your bond. So we got to go back to that. So when they approach us, we got to put them on notice. We let them know who we are. Okay, we say this for the record. I would like to declare my nationality. Now, if you know your tribe, you can say your tribe. I am, indigenous American national. You say your tribal name, and then you say I reserve all my rights, and then you say I do not wish to contract with you or your agency in any way, shape, or form at this time. And then you ask them what the situation is. You must make a declaration like that first because guess what? They must record it. It must go on record. It works as an affidavit. The minute these cops approach you, remember, court is in session. They have to record everything you say. So we have to understand if we're going to be truly who we are, if you want to say Indian not tax, if you want to say more, if you want to say, you now must exercise the rights thereof. You must exercise them. You can't say, I have rights. No, exercise them. Make a verbal declaration. Learn about writing a written affidavit as well, because you can get remedy through that as well. But don't go into the habit of handing over little IDs, you know, especially if you didn't, clarify with the State Department that you are a non-citizen national. Because once you become a U.S. citizen, which is the jurisdiction of District of Columbia, you are now a ward of the state. You are a minority. Okay, they can treat you however they decide. And so I wanted to interject and bring that into the whole discussion. I don't know if the brother is still here. Are you still around, brother?
Jay,
Yeah, I think he got knocked off. But
he dropped out.
this is
Hold on, I think he
yeah,
might be.
yeah. I think our people we're getting to that point where we're starting to understand to put them into action. Like you said, brother A1, we're not putting any of this stuff into action. You brought up Walter Plecker. These guys, they were not playing, man. They went into these, legislative bodies with an intent, and that intent was to disenfranchise us even further. Although it started early, like you said, but they wanted to disenfranchise our people. As a matter of fact, you know what he said? He said that he didn't want us to pass for Indian. Do you hear this?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, so
Mm-hmm.
that means how is it that we can pass for Indians if we weren't the Indians in the first place, if we at least don't look like them? So they knew what they were doing. They had an intent. And but
You know
Walter
what?
Plecker
Real
got
quick, real quick to add to that. That 1967 law, which is basically they said that it was unconstitutional. So if you was affected by that, fill in the blanks. I'm not even gonna say nothing else. If you was affected by that, about them classifying you as colored, the 1967 Supreme Court, that's case law. That's case law. 1967. You got people which colored on their birth certificate. You have family members with colored on their birth certificate, so you could easily prove that you was classified as colored. It ain't say no Africans was classified as colored, did it? It says American Indians.
mm,
Did it say did anything I read say anything about Africans classified as colored?
no.
Nothing. It said Indians. It ain't say nothing about no Africans classified as colored. And that's how they fucked up. By not saying, oh yeah, we classify African Americans too. No, 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 no. They classified none of them. They telling you particular who they classify as colored. It's saying Indians have renounced their tribal role and living among state and territory and living and exercising the rights of citizens are to be classified as what? Colored. Who was Martin Luther King fighting for? The colored people. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of these social constructs, people, that shit override. Like I said, people was ready to shoot me to one just for saying I identify with the word more. Ready to shoot me,
Exactly.
ready to get all beat the fuck up just because I said I was a more. Because I ain't
Exactly.
taking no L.
The NAACP, right, is for colored.
That's right. And who founded
Colored.
that? Du
Right.
Bois.
Those actually the
W.B. Du
boys in
Bois.
and it was funded by it was also funded by it was funded by 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 Jews. I don't want to say that, but it's a fact.
Man.
So he got funded, and also, interestingly enough, Lift Every Voice was officially they call it the Negro anthem, right? But it was the colored anthem. And so I still use that as a way to kind of get our people's attention, but I'm offering something different. You know what I'm saying? But and yeah, the first guy that was the president of the NAACP was the guy who wrote Lift Every Voice. So
Mm.
it's a lot of history there, and I've been looking into it. And you're right. If for some reason your birth certificate says colored, you got to thank Walter Plecker for that. And you can actually sue for damages because there were a few of the brothers and sisters, the natives, indigenous brothers and sisters, who actually won a lawsuit to be recognized for who they are. And I have the names of those tribes if anybody's ever interested in finding out. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. You can't just accept that because that's not you. And you can sue for damages because of what Walter Plecker did, man.
Mm-hmm.
You owe damages. You owe justice.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. That's your remedy right there. But like I said, you heard it from me. Y'all niggas think y'all niggas classify me as a Moor without me ever giving anybody any Moorish instructions or whatever. And here we are talking about Indians not taxed or what? Okay. And like I said, man, niggas can hate me at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing this for the people who show love, man. For I got 18,000 subscribers. I can say at least 7 to 8,000 of them are loyal people come through or whatever. And like I said, them for the Indians that really want to be an Indian but don't know what's going on out here. And people is not giving you, even the people who's supposed to be so-called chiefs is not telling you what the fuck you supposed to know. They telling you not to renounce your citizenship. And I'm not telling you too. But what the fuck that it says? If you're a numerator, you're a fucking citizen. That's it. You can't be how you an Indian not taxed? If you're a citizen, that means you exercising the rights of a United States citizen. You can't be both. You can't be both. You can't be both. You only can be one or the other. And if you wanna be and exercise the rights of citizens, look, man, you got a lot of African American channels and all this, that, and the third. That's who you should be banging on. Not banging on niggas who bring you the information, and you can't even spit the bones out. You can't even say, well, you know what? Even if A1 does say he identified with Drew Ali and identified with some of them, this brother then passed me off some great information. So I'm gonna give him a pass. I don't even want no pass, but I'm just saying, just on that notion alone, because ain't none of these motherfuckers out here putting nothing out here in depth and giving you this information. I mean, I'm not saying you got a lot of channels out here who does certain things. No, Dane do his thing. AP Chief. You got a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? Even Phoenix Moon and they do their work too. You know what I'm saying? They put out certain information that's valuable. But if you not striving to be an Indian, not taxed, then that means all this shit is for nothing. It's just entertainment purposes. You see what the remedies is. I'm not telling you what the remedies. This is for entertainment purposes only. You have remedies. Go back and watch the video. I'm showing you the Supreme Court. That's case law. I know people who use Supreme Court ruling to overturn fucking murder sentences and give back time. So that's a standing in law. And if you think you have to be part of a tribe, you don't have to be part of a tribe, because US 49. Hold up, I just had that up there. Let me see something. Let me see. Real quick. If this shit, let me see if it's going. Let me see. 49. All right, here it go right here. And this is basically for the Department of Transportation, right? But it says U.S. Code 49 U.S. Code 102, Department of Transportation, right? But when you go down to here, so basically this is the remedy that if you're an Indian and you're traveling, right? And let me see something. And remember how you enforce this and what do you enforce it with? Hold on, let me see this. That's why I do not want to click on another screen, because this shit is taking forever. All right, I think I can move it. All right, right here. F. See this right here? See this right here? It says, in the ordinance with federal policies promoting Indian self-determination, the Department of Transportation shall have within the office of the secretary a deputy assistant secretary for a tribal government affairs appointed by the president to plan, coordinate, and implement the Department of Transportation policies and programs serving Indian tribes and tribal organizations and the coordinates of tribe transportation programs and activities in all offices, administration, and departments, and to be a participant in any negotiated rulemaking related to or having an impact on projects, programs, or funding associated with the tribal transportation program. Now check this out. All right, now look. It says right here, it says reserve the trust for obligations. It says the responsibility of the secretary In carrying out this, the secretary shall be responsible to exercise the trust obligations of the United States to Indians. Look, it's saying to Indians and Indian tribes. So it's separate. So you can pretty much enforce this. You don't have to be part of a tribe to enforce. It's saying to Indians and Indian tribes to ensure that rights of the tribes or individuals are protected. B, it say the preservation of the United States responsibility. Nothing in this title shall absolve the United States from any responsibility to Indians and Indian tribes, including responsibility derived from the trust relationship and any treaty, executive order, or agreement between the United States and Indian tribes. Okay? And it says right here, say the rights of tribes and individual Indians are protected. Okay, individual. So you niggas think you have to be part of one of these fugazi ass tribes or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? These fugazi ass tribes, like I said, what it says. Individual Indians are protected. Individual Indians are protected. What did it say right here? What did Walter Plecker do? He classified, they telling you, he basically classifying black people as that, right? But what's the remedy? In the law, which remained in effect until 1967, when it was overturned by the United States Supreme Court in Lovins versus Virginia, required a racial description of every person to be recorded at birth while criminalizing marriages between whites and non-whites. Plecker policies use deceptive scientific evidence to deem blacks as lesser class of human being. Now, we know they wasn't even using black during that time. Okay? Now, look, it don't say nothing about no Africans classified as no motherfucking colored. Nowhere. You don't see that nowhere. Nowhere. You don't see it nowhere. It's telling you they classify Indians as colored. And then he even tell you that he used deceptive scientific evidence to deem blacks as a lesser class of human beings, but they also targeted poor whites and anybody who is considered feeble-minded. Okay? It say Plecker also pressured state agencies into reclassifying Indians as colored. Okay, look, let me start from right here. My bad. Right here, let me start from right there. It say certain that Virginia Indians were in fact mixed-blooded Negroes. Plecker also pressured state agencies into reclassifying Indians. See, an identity and has made it difficult for Virginia Indians to gain state and federal recognition. Okay, they telling you right there. The fuck is you making videos and talking about everything else and talking about all this shit? You got work to do. Okay, it says the law which remained until 1967 was overturned by the U.S. Supreme Court. The case is Lovin versus. That's case law. And there's another thing what the brother was saying about law. Most of their laws outside of Indians not taxed do not apply to you. The only law apply to you is Indians not taxed. And what do Indians not tax means?
Yep, that means not to be handled, not to be touched, not to be enumerated. Okay. So I hope the family is listening to you, brother. You putting out some powerful info for them, man.
Okay. And once you renounce your tribal rules and exercising under citizen law, meaning you have all the instruments that citizens carry, because Indians not taxed is not to be counted or not to be enumerated, not to be handled, not to be touched, not to be excessive, not to be enumerated, etc. So if you guys are running around here banging on people, worrying about this guy and worrying about all this, and you motherfuckers still paying taxes and all this shit is for what? How long this video is? Hold on, let's go back real quick. All right, it gets popped up. All right, so what tax means? Impose a tax on, right? It say evaluate. Okay, evaluate means to count. Okay? Estimate means to also assess and count. Assess, handle, censor, charge. Okay? It says to touch, handle. It says sense of to put a no to put burden, to put a strain on. So you're Indian not tax. You ain't under none of this. Whether you like it or you don't like it. But that's what I'm saying. As you wind down and you listen to certain individuals is not giving you proper information, man. And it is what it is. They're not giving you proper information, and they're not helping you become Indians, not tax. You know what I'm saying? They want you to pay attention to all this sideline beef among different people, and people could just automatically say, oh, well, who gives you the. Listen, I'm A1. I came into this shit by myself. All right. I came into it by myself. I ain't under nobody authority. I damn sure ain't under none of these fake ass Indians authority. And that's a fact. All right.
Facts. And you have tons of support. By the way, is my mic okay? Can y'all hear me? Because I was cut off for a second there.
Yeah. Well, nah, you was cut out. Yeah. I wasn't. I can hear you now. But this shit.
Okay. But yeah, man, you a solid brother. You got brothers behind you that's vouching for you. Nobody's talking. By the way, nobody's out here that I've seen have said anything crazy about you. They know better. They know the amount of work you put in. You know, they see that you out here, you setting the example. You're not just talking, you setting the example, and people feel like you have a team that or you have a platform that we could follow on a day-to-day basis. And the stuff you put out is months of research. Do you understand what I mean? Like a little tidbits that you put out there can equal months of research as far as law, history, right? Civics, science. I mean, it goes on and on. But if people are just haters, then they'll be talking about you. If
Mm-hmm.
they have some type of jealousy or envy, then they'll talk about you. Don't even look at it as them trying to go after you because you claiming this or you not claiming that. That's just jealousy talking. That's just the way I see it. Because you put out enough information to free so many people. You could free a whole generation with this type of information you're putting out here. Indian not taxed. You're talking about Walter Plecker, who they hid from us. They hid this dude in high school, elementary. They never talked about him. They protected him and his legacy, especially for those that's trying to get out of their system. So what you've done, you've helped free people for many generations. But if they have some hate, some jealousy, some envy, it's probably better to just let it go because the information is too valuable, you know. And with that, let me yield the floor for a second and let y'all, continue.
I think everybody's sound messed up. Peace. Hit one if y'all can hear this. One, hit one in the chat.
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. I can hear you now. Somebody in the chat saying no sound.
All right, mic check, mic check, mic check. I'm back. This shit just muted my whole mic. So you ain't hear nothing I just said?
Yeah, I think your mic was muted for a second there, bro. I think also the other brother, he was silent for a minute. Um,
Oh, he
hopefully
just
we're
came
all
back
back.
in. Yeah, AP. You're
What's going on? What's going on, big bro? Peace, peace, peace. Yeah, your mic went out. I was just making sure everybody was good on the other end. But I think it was your mic, though, brother.
Peace, my brother. How you doing?
Peace, man. I'm just listening in, man. It's a deep build. I think the people need to hear this. These questions kind of get popped up. How do you operate? How do you use? And you pretty much just laid out the groundwork today, man. It was a deep build, man. Shout out to you and the brothers that been on the panel building, man.
Peace,
Shout out
man.
to the
Hope all is well with you, my brother.
say what, A1?
I said, I hope all is well with you.
Yeah, everything's sweet. I'm back in Philly. You already know.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So like I said, man, at the end of the day, Indians are not to be taxed. Okay, so and then not to be enumerated. And I'm not, like I said, we we might just have a little slight misunderstanding when it comes to the census. But if I'm missing something, I'm always willing to stand to be corrected or whatever. But under my enumerated means not to be counted. So if you're not to be enumerated, means you're not to be added on to none of their stuff. Because if they add you onto stuff, then you're property of that. So if you don't understand that you're still classified as property, even if you think you're an Indian. You know what I'm saying? You could be an Indian, you could say you're an Indian all motherfucking day. When you go in the store and buy something and you see the tax on there, nigga, when you go in there and go buy you a motherfucking pack of gum, nigga, and you see tax on there or whatever, so you gotta try not to pay taxes on a soda first or a bottled water
And
before you
that's
go.
very true, brother. That's very
Mm-hmm.
true because I've been I've been doing consulting and advising people, but you have to get your passport card that puts you in as a non-citizen national or indigenous national. And what happens is when you use your passport card to buy stuff, they don't tax you. You don't get taxed. Okay? You don't get taxed. Even if you're getting car insurance, which you don't need, but if you get that, you get to pay the least amount, if anything. Okay? So, but the thing is, you have your status must be recognized for the record. Okay? You don't have to correct anything. You must have it recognized. And the State Department has made it possible for you to do that. Look it up, everybody. It's called non-citizen national certificate. The State Department issues that to us, nationals, indigenous folks. Okay. Now ask yourself this question. New York and New Jersey just decided to give licenses to people who don't even have legal paperwork. So if they can do that for them, what about us who've been here forever? I don't know if people were paying attention, but New York just gave license. That's right, driving licenses. It's like a functional ID to people from other countries. Okay, so what are we doing? We're just sitting back and watching all this, taking shots at brother A1 for bringing out information, drama, beef. Is that what we're doing? So I'm available for that. For anyone that wants to go through that process of getting their passport card or passport book. Um, by October 2020, everybody's going to be required to have some form of identification to even fly domestically. So you better be ready for that. You better be ready, and they better know your status and better recognize your status for the record. And you're gonna be basically labeled exempt. Do not detain, do not arrest, and you're gonna have your license to carry, lifetime license to carry, concealed permit, forever. You don't need no FPLA, whatever it is that they ask you for, because your constitutional right to bear arms is preserved under the Constitution. And once you declare yourself as Indian not tax, Moor, or indigenous national, guess what? They're not gonna treat you like they do those U.S. citizens. Watch what's happening in Virginia. They're taking these people's guns away. That's because those people don't know their rights.
Mm-hmm.
They're U.S. citizens, so they're gonna get their guns taken away. But if
Right.
you have your passport card, they show up to your door. Guess what? They have to leave the minute you show them the card. And if you also make your declaration, they have to leave because you're a different style. You're a national. Nationals are above citizens. Citizens are above residents, and residents are above aliens. You're at the top of the food chain. Start acting like it.
Hey, big bro, I gotta get up out of here, right? But put your link, put your email in the link just in case if anybody want to contact Lift Every Voice, put your email in the chat room. And I'm just gonna wind this down because I gotta get up out of here. But like the brother was saying, man, you know what I'm saying? When you like listen, I mean, it's simple. It's simple. It's simple. It's simple. Before we get out of here, let's go back to this real quick. And remember what this documentation said. Indians not to be taxed are not to be enumerated. Enumerated means not to be counted, period. Okay, so you ain't supposed to be on nobody paperwork if you're an Indian. Okay, if you're an Indian, you ain't supposed to be on nobody. Despite what all these people running around here telling you, and they giving you false information, they ain't even giving you this information. They telling you, oh yeah, they ain't even telling you how to claim it. They telling you to go through a damn tribe that ain't even, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, though, it's saying Indians not to be taxed, not to be enumerated. All right. Now, this is where you come in at. Real quick, one more time. Like I said, I've been using this shit for a couple of months now, and it haven't never felt me. Okay. See this? This is the difference from you and Indians not taxed. Saying the families of Indians who have renounced their tribal rule and who are under state and territory laws exercise the rights of citizens are to be enumerated. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you something else. When you go to the Bouvier's dictionary and you look up citizen, it's telling you no Aborigine person could be a citizen. It's telling you that. It's telling you, hold on, let me see something. I still got Bouvier's pulled up now. I got Bouvier's right here. Real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick before if the shit do not freeze up. If it freezes up, then I'm not gonna do it. Let me see. I got Bouvier's right here. Let me see. And hopefully, man, when I do my next bill, I can get the brother J Freeway. Cause he be actually, man, he'll be actually going back and forth with a lot of this information or whatever. And you know, like some of the information, like he put me on like the Title 25 Indians and all that. Like look that up. You know what I'm saying? Look some of this information up that people showing you. You know what I'm saying? And like it says, it say the concurrent. So this is the concurrent resolution, okay? It's saying to acknowledge the contributions of the Iroquois Confederacy of the nations to the development of the United States Constitution and to affirm that the continuing government relations between Indian tribes and the United States. So it's saying Indians got their separate government. So why would you be part of that government or be counting on that government if you supposed to be an Indian? So with that being said, man, I don't know what else to say, man. After, you know what I'm saying? Hold up. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me click. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. If it let me pull it up real quick, I'm gonna go for it. All right. Come on, computer. Come on. That shit is simple though. Like I said, it's very simple. I mean, like, I'm hooked on phonics, and I understand this shit. So I know if I'm hooked on phonics, you guys can do it, right? Let me see. Hold up. I want to pull a word citizen up real quick in the booby ears. Come on, computer. Stop fucking with me. All right, hold on. Let me see if it's going to come up. Come on, computer. Shit. All right, hold up. Let me see. All right, so let me go back up.
Yeah, this was a good build, man. This is well needed, man. So I hope y'all got y'all pair. Yeah.
No doubt, brother. I mean, that's what I'm people like at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? And people don't need the day, man. All this shit is just look. See what this says? Look, we go to Article 3. This is citizen right here. Look, see what citizen says? This is citizen. It says citizen. It say one who is under the Constitution and laws of the United States, who have a right to vote for representatives in Congress and other public offices, and saying qualified to fill offices, etc. Right? But it say in a more extended sense, under the word citizens are including all white persons born in the United States and naturalized persons born out of the same, who have not lost their rights as such. This includes men, women, and children, right? But then they go right here. Look, let's go down right here. What do they say? What do it say? It say all natives are not citizens of the United States. The descendants of Aborigines and those of African origin are not entitled to the rights of citizens. The anterior to adopt the Constitution of the United States, each state had a right to make citizens of such persons as it pleased. The Constitution does not authorize anyone but white persons to become citizens of the United States. And this is the fuck people was telling you by telling you they wrote the Constitution. We wrote the Constitution for them. That's why it's excluding us from any of these laws, because we got supreme law of the land. So I don't think you guys understand, man. Like, look, read it again. Let's touch on this one more time, just in case. No, some of us are hooked on phonics. So let's go back. Let's read it again. We told you what a citizen is, right? It say all natives are not citizens of the United States. The descendants of Aborigines. Who's the Aborigines? The first inhabitants of the land. Who did James Child say? Did the Aborigines resent to adopt the adoption of the Constitution of the United States? Each state had the right to make. Let me see. Let's click it down. So each state has the right here to make citizens as such as it please. That the Constitution does not does not authorize any person citizens of the United States. And it must therefore be presumed that no one is not white. Okay? who is not white. You see that? Look. Just in case you hooked on phonics like me, look, you see, we highlighting it right here. Therefore, be presumed that no one who is you already know what it is. You already know how to get in contact with me. Like to reach out to me. I'm about to actually put my what's the name in the link. I'm about to get out of here. You guys know how to get in contact with me. I'm about to put my email right here. So if you like to email, ask me any questions about this, I'm more free. If you email me, just put your number in there, so I'll call you up or whatever, and we can have a con. I don't fuck all that keep writing shit or whatever. Um, but with that being said, man, I hope you guys got something out of it, man. I hope you guys enjoy the bill or whatever for entertainment purposes only. And you guys got work to do instead of going back and forth arguing with. And that's another thing. You got people who go back and forth and tell you, "Oh, you're not this," but when they around Mongoloids, don't say shit. They don't say nothing. They would sit there and tell you, "You're not an Indian. You're not an Indian." How the fuck you gonna tell somebody who grandparents already told or family members already told them that? You got the power. You ain't got no power over your motherfucking self because you still a citizen. You're not Indians, not taxed. So at the end of the day, you ain't got no power. You got the same. You got the power to. You have the right to. You have the rights of citizens from all these people who be out here popping shit. Telling, "Oh, you're not an Indian. You can't be an Indian." You fix your status first before you could tell somebody else who they is. So with that being said, you already know who this is. Ahanu the guy, aka Ahanu L, aka A1, aka Thompson's one. And with that being said, peace. And if you like to donate, go to my you can go to my what's the name either my Cash App, or you can go to my PayPal account. And if you like to cop yourself some Aborigine wear, go to my Tonsiness American site at T-shirt Spring. And also with that being said, I'm going to put a T-shirt up there. It's going to say Indians not be taxed, not taxed, straight the fuck up. And I hope you guys support it. So with that being said, man, you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to everybody. And my bad. Hold up. AD. My bad. Hold up. AD. I seen actually, you know what? Let me see something. I'm sorry, AD. Let me see something. AD, look. Please email me one more time. Please just email me as soon as I get the email today. Just put your contact information one more time. I'm so sorry because you know what? I got YouTube connected to my email. So sometimes like when it's kind of hard for me to really go back because I've been getting so many emails coming at one. I'm very sorry. And I really, it's not nothing personal, AD. Please email me one more time, please. And I promise you I will reach out to you. If you email me today, I'll reach out to you tonight. So with that being said, man, shout out to everybody in the chat room. And like I said, anybody else who I suppose to call or I suppose to email back or whatever, and you didn't get my email, please work with me. You know what I'm saying? We, you know, things is like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things going on sometimes, and you know how it is. It's nothing personal, man. Nothing personal. And you guys know I reach out to you guys. I call you. I have no problem with that. So with that being said, I already know, like I said, you like to donate, you already know where to go. You like to cop yourself a t-shirt or any Aborigine wear, you know where to go. And if you want to become an Indian not taxed, then you got some idea on where to start. So with that being said, shout out to all the Aborigine, North, South, Central, and Conjoining Island. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters who was taken across board. Aboard to Europe and other places. I got another bill coming for you guys. I'm going to do it to your Notion land, and we're going to get real busy with that because I'm going to show you that they found. And the funny thing is this, right? If they were saying that Muslims was in America, it's hard for you to even detect that because they don't got no Muslim. None of the motherfuckers is religious. I mean, study the Muslim religion. I'm just going to narrow it down. Has so much information on that. So we're gonna get into it. And like I said, with that being said, man, shout out to all you guys, whatever, whether you have differences or you have disagreements with me, man. Thanks for the support. And with that being said, I'm out of here, man. Peace to all the Aborigines North and South. Peace. Here, peace, peace, peace. Peace to all the Aborigines, man. North, South, Central, Conjoining Islands. You already know what time it is. I just came on real quick to fucking address this nigga fucking root word who keep making fucking videos about me when I just was on a fucking panel with your bitch ass the other fucking night and you ain't have nothing to say to me. But then as soon as I get off the panel, you keep going back making fucking videos. But then when I thought we already cleared this shit up. You just was on a panel with me the other night. If you had any of these fucking questions you wanted to ask me, you should have fucking asked me then. Instead of trying to make it seem like we all good and shit and then keep coming back making fucking videos. I'm tired of you bitch ass niggas, man. All you, the motherfucker Aborigine Mac bitch ass, and the rest of you bitch ass motherfuckers. Niggas keep going back making videos, but when I'm present, you niggas don't say shit. Just like back in the day. Like, same niggas say shit behind your back, knowing damn well you won't say none of this shit while nobody present, man. I just was in the chat room with your ass 2 days ago, nigga. You ain't say nothing. You keep going back making videos saying you a L, you a Bay. You saying, man, listen, bro. Listen, stop the foolishness, man. Whatever your fucking plot is, man, keep doing what you doing, man, and leave my name out of it, man. I mean, I don't know if you're doing it for views or whatever, because I don't know what kind of views you're going to get, but leave my name out of it, bro. If you got something you want to say to me, talk to me like a fucking man. Stop, keep going. We on one panel one day, then the next day you make a video. Oh, Tarshan this one, this, that, and the third. Come on, stop this bitch-ass girly shit, man. You niggas act like a bunch of bitches in this community, man. Or not in this community, but just on YouTube, period. Yeah, these niggas is fucking bitches, man. Hey, Ab TV wasn't Root Word just on the fucking panel with us the other night? He just was on a panel the other night, ain't say nothing to me about none of the stuff he make videos about. But then, soon as 2 days later, he make a video. He make a video about Cornell, then make a video about me. I don't even know why you putting me in the same category with him, because me and him, he doing something totally different than what I'm doing. So why are you even putting my name in the caption with his or whatever? And he got issues with these people. You niggas is fucking crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? The link is in the link is in the motherfucking is in the chat room. If you want to bring your bitch ass on and you want to address me and talk to me like a fucking man, the link is in the chat room, man. I'm getting tired of you motherfuckers, man. And like I said, man, this shit is all some YouTube shit, but leave my name out of it, nigga. You ain't gotta put my name on it to get motherfuckers to watch you, fam. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put my name on it. The link is right there. I was on with you. I was in the link with you. You wouldn't even let me fucking talk. And then you keep on mentioning, slandering my fucking name, man. Peace to everybody in the chat room, man. I'm just saying, I'm just getting tired. I'm just getting tired, man. It's a bunch of motherfuckers in here, man. I came on this shit to wake people up, to uplift people. I ain't come on here to be beefing back and forth with these fucking clowns, man. And that's all you motherfucking clowns. You know, everybody who y'all know who I'm talking about. So it ain't just Root Word, it ain't just Aborigine Mac. It's a bunch of other fucking people too. Niggas keep making fucking videos like a bunch of bitches and shit. Keep going on there, but then when the nigga is in the chat room or when the nigga's on the panel with you, nigga ain't got nothing to say. You can ask me questions anytime. You can even email and call me and we could talk on the fucking phone. I don't have no problem with it. But just the stupid ass, just a waste of time, a waste of a fucking video by slandering, saying some shit that you know goddamn well the nigga don't even, well, I don't know what. This nigga brain changes every day. We can have a conversation one day and he can be, oh, yeah, we cool. Then the next day, it's like, I ain't got time for that type of shit, man. I just want to address this nigga once and for all. And so if your ass is in your ass fucking head, one of y'all know how to get in contact with him. Send this nigga the link or tell that nigga I'm on. Yeah, I mean, listen, we gonna get down to the conversation. We're gonna get down to the Aborigine talk. We're gonna get down to everything. I actually got to do a bill with Koawa or whatever. I'm actually waiting for him to email me back or whatever. So if you listen to email me so we can get that show on. The other day I emailed you back. I had to do some running around on Tuesday, but I emailed you back and told you to leave your number in there so I can call you so we can correspond before we do it. Yeah, man. But you know what though, Rocky? I know this nigga be tripping, but I ain't got time. I ain't got time for that shit, nigga. Bring your bitch ass on. Whatever you got to say, you can say it right here while I'm on the fucking panel, man. I mean, while you on the panel with me, man. Instead of soon as you get off the panel with me, you go back and make videos, and then you know what I'm saying. I ain't got time for that shit, man. Just whatever you got to say, address it, man. Because it's just too much shit that be going on. And then people just constantly keep, oh man, nah, you ain't gonna keep, motherfucking gonna keep mentioning my fucking name. You're not gonna keep mentioning the A1 name. And that's all you motherfuckers, all of you. You're not gonna keep mentioning my name, not gonna keep throwing my name up and nothing. You already know what it is with me. I told you what it is with me. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, keep it fucking moving. Hold on 1 second, people. Let me see something. Hold up for a second. I got you, AP. Give me a second. What the fuck is this? Oh, man, this is some bullshit. Give me a second, people. I'm trying to log into my email. There you go. Hey, you know what, AP? The link is in the chat room. Just click on the link. I put the link in the chat room. I don't know if you see it, but I put it in the chat room. But I just sent it to you through your email. Supreme Chief was really good. Everybody in the chat room. I wasn't even trying to do a video. I just want to address this bitch ass nigga Root Word, man. I'm tired of this nigga keep making videos, and then when he on the panel with me, he ain't got shit to say to me. Peace, Scotty Saturn. Peace, Mr. Dark Brother, Alton Warren. Who else we got up in here? Dean Gray, peace. Cassandra. Ab TV as always. M Coda, peace to my brother. MJ, peace. J Rock, peace. He gotta be drunk, man, because like I said, look, we just was on a panel 2 days ago. And the funny thing is, the more remarkable thing is that I'm the only motherfucker in the Aborigine community that shoot some certain Moors some bell. So for a motherfucker to have a dispute with you and then disputes with everybody else, it go to show you what type of shit niggas be working with, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about this information. I've been showing the information, been showing all this shit. We went around America, showed you about America. He's saying Phoenician and all this other. Phoenician is found in America. Whether we call it Phoenician or whatever the fuck the language is really called. I'm using the term because I don't know the original term of the language. Just like Hebrew and all that other shit. And L is just not a motherfucking a so-called Moorish American surname. It's not just that. You tell me you got L on your name. Nigga, I put what the fuck I want to put on my name. Fuck is wrong with you, man? Niggas is crazy, man. What else we got? Ty Hawk, peace. Raven Hawk, peace. Jerwad, I guess that's how you Jerwade, I'm sorry, Lloyd, Tony Follow, peace. Supreme Chief, as always, is in the motherfucking building, peace. Lift every voice, peace. Peace to you, my brother. Shadow Assassin, MJ Givens, Chicago Fire Spitting Serpent, peace, my brother. Aborigine Rocky, peace. Bad Dab, Bad Bab, no, that's Bad Bab, peace. Raven Hawk, Esau Abu, peace. Copper Color Soldier, peace. Ameriquay, peace. Creek Running Water, peace to you, my brother. Who we got here? Who is Matt? Come on in, Matt.
Matthew Jones joining.
Peace, Matthew Jones. What's really good with
you? Yeah, it's good. Hey, Matt's fine. On new L.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Just listening.
No doubt. That's what's up, my brother. How you been?
Good. Yeah. Good. Well, thank you. Thank you for asking. I'm well.
What part of the country is you in?
That's an interesting question. It depends on what you mean, but I'm just listening in.
No doubt.
So great. Thank you. The Great Northwest.
Oh, the Great Northwest. Okay. All right. That's what's up, my brother. Glad to have you on. Nice to meet you. All right. Yeah. Turn your mic up a little bit, AP. I actually got a wonderful bill for y'all, man. I was gonna do Indians Not Tax, man, but all this shit, man, within the last couple of weeks, man, I ain't really want to do it, man, because I see how people be straddling the fence, and there's some real serious information just to be putting out there in vain, and people don't properly respect you or properly honor this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, and like I said, the last video, I'm not into giving out advice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's something that you think is tangible or something you can try, I mean, try by your own means. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't trying to sell nobody nothing. I ain't advising nobody to do nothing. I'm just giving you a remedy that worked for me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, at the end of the day, the whole Indians Not Tax, we already went over, we already gave you enough of that. Enough of the good information to understand what it's about. But yeah, we're gonna do something on Tia Notion land. I actually got that pulled up, but I actually got to run and grab my daughter. I was waiting for this nigga, what's the name, the Root Word to come on, but I see he ain't gonna come on. Like I said, nigga, keep slandering my name, man. You just made a video about Cormeo. Like, what the fuck is you know what I'm saying, you got going on with me now? No doubt. What's that? Chief Asar, Aborigine
Yeah,
people.
Matt here. Yeah, about that. I don't know anything about that. Maybe send him an email or something. But I was hoping to hear something more about, a little bit more progressive about the current state of the copper colored people here
The
around the
current
general,
state. Oh well,
the current state. So, for example, sir, the reference, like in a conversation or you're reading a piece about someone, a colored person of color, you check the records, colored this, colored that. I think we're missing a portion of that. And I think what we're missing here is copper colored. So I'm fine with being referred to as copper colored. Sure, for the records, I guess that makes sense, because when we start saying colored about the laws, the code, and things like that from hundreds of years ago. So yeah, I think that's what I'm here for. I'm here hopefully to hear something about something more progressive. If we have to backtrack in order to be progressive, that sounds like a reasonable measure. And if we have to backtrack and say, okay, I'm copper colored, I'm
nah.
colored. I mean,
You know what?
color.
Just curious, Matt, where you from, brother?
I just mentioned I'm from the Great Northwest. That's where I'm from currently right now.
That's what's up.
Thanks.
Well, as far as
What tribe your family come from?
That's Matt here. Is that for me? Is that
Yes,
question? Oh, okay, that's a good question. I can pull up the record real quick. I just want to be accurate with you, so I have a record here. So give me a moment. But proceed in the process. I'll chime in when I'm ready.
All right, and are you copper colored? Just to speak, because you can't really judge a book. We don't see no avatar. I just want to say, are you what you would call
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, look. If I said I was white, okay, but when you see me, what do you see?
all right, man. All right, okay. All right, so Matt, you are Aborigine. You here to build with us, right?
I'm here for the dialogue, and I'm here for you. You're asking me very specific questions, and this is on the record. So proceed, but give me a moment. I'll chime in when I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Looks like I'm ready. In 1880, looks like June 16th. It looks like here, Lewis Jones. Okay, Lewis Jones. He was 67 when he died. Let me get to the crux of what you're asking me here. So it looks like I've got a massive lineage. So I won't be able to go through it here on the record. It would take too long, and I'm fully prepared.
But I didn't get the question I asked earlier. I don't know, my phone be acting up. You said you are copper colored, or what you would call American Negro.
Now, if I were to say that I'm white, and then you would see me, and then you would say that I am copper colored, the color of copper that comes from the earth.
All right, so what are you classified as, though? What do the government got you classified as? If a person that the government got you on paper classified, what are you classified as?
Okay. I'm not sure what someone else would classify me as at any given point. I have no idea. The government doesn't classify me, I guess you could say. I classify myself.
Hmm.
So like I said, I don't think I have enough time to go through that. Maybe I do, but I'm just here for the dialogue.
Maybe you can turn your camera on so we can see who we dealing with. Maybe you can turn your camera on so we can see who we dealing with, brother.
Yeah, no, I was prepared for that question. I'm just here for the dialogue. I can. Sounds like a cop out. I've seen
I mean, listen,
participants
brother.
show their
I don't know
ID.
you. I don't know you, and I don't like to slander nobody or nothing like that, right? But you sound like a
Sure,
Caucasian, and you sound like an Asian kind of the way you kind of coming out. I'm not saying you is or you ain't, but you kind of give me that feel, brother. I'm not saying you is, but you give me that. I asked you a
sure.
question.
Why don't sure. I have an idea. Why don't we all go on live video and then we can go from there.
All right, my dude. You know
I'm
what?
just here for the dialogue.
No
prepared
problem. All
right
right,
now.
it's good. You can get the dialogue in the chat room, man. It's been nice talking to you, man.
All right, great.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
Shout out to Matt, man. Thanks for coming through, Matt. But let's get back to what we was talking about. Yeah, as far as you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers come on a panel with you. And like I said, I ain't giving nobody no energy because we could be building on anything at this point in time. I'm just tired, motherfucker. Why the fuck you put my name in your fucking in your titles and shit if you ain't got nothing really tangible to say? If you got a beef with me that bad and we on the panel, when you want to address me, and that's the same thing the bitch ass nigga Aborigine Mac didn't do. If you go back and listen to the video that this nigga, and I'm still talking about that point because, like, look, man, grown ass motherfuckers, man. But some of these niggas be drinking. Some of these niggas got mental issues, man, that be on these platforms, man. You know what I'm saying? So you don't never know who's who. You know what I'm saying? You never know who's who. Be like I said, I'm if I have an issue with somebody, you know when I got an issue with somebody, because I'm gonna question them and I'm gonna say something to them, and I don't have to come off aggressive on anybody. We can have a perfectly good dialogue without even going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? As you see, I do that with a lot of different people, but at the same token, if I have a issue with somebody the way I'm willing to make a video about them and I'm on the same platform with them and I can speak to them right then and there, I'm going to handle that right then and there. I don't need to go make no fucking video and keep on. Like I said, this shit is some joke shit. That's why I ain't making no more fucking videos. I'm gonna do a T Notes and Land for you guys and Indians Not Taxed, and you got your documentary Culture Freedom. But I'm tired of this. This some clown, some joker shit, man. It's the reason why motherfuckers don't be fucking with people in first person, because they be with the same energy, man. You know, so you fuck with people in first person, they got the same energy. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, come on, man. I'm trying to get away from that lower self and all that lower self shit, man. I'm trying to step into my greatness, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this whole thing is about, man. You can't keep on, like I said, I just had to jump over the fence real quick just to address this. And from that point, I'm gonna go on. I got L on my last name because L to me represents God or Elohim, or what we present, what we think the all is. That's my understanding of the word El. And Ahanu and Algonquin mean friend to everyone. So with that, you got Ahanu El. Okay? That's my attribute. I could have put a different attribute on, a more longer. Nah, I like L and I'm going to keep L. You understand? I'm going to keep it. But nonetheless, though, as far as his questions that he was saying, I said the Moors from Africa. I never said the Moors from Africa. I said the Moors is all over the place, or what you assume to be Moors. All right, because remember, the way we're using it as a descriptive term, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we using it as a descriptive term. We're not talking about a religious organization. We're not talking about it's not just reserved just for Muslims. It's not just reserved just for the MST. It's reserved for any person of melanated hue, copper color hue, etc. That's what the term was applied to. And when we say that is according to, just like we say it's black people in Melanesia, it's black people in Australia, it's black people in China, it's black people in other parts of Asia. If you want to assume Indians to be black, then you can assume them to be black too. But what I'm saying is, what we, according to before people started throwing that term black around, people was describing you in different terms. You understand? So to a white person, of course, he got to describe you as someone of a dark hue, and how, like I said, and how it's translated to me, that at a certain point in time it was considered more. It's not no. I explained that the other day. If the nigga was listening, he would have heard me say there is no fucking Africa. I just showed you where Africa was at on the map. I think I showed you guys the other day. Didn't I show you guys where Africa was at? Oh, you know what? Fuck it. AAP.
What's up, big bro?
Listen, I'm about to go pick my daughter up, right? Let me see something. Hold up. I'm about to go pick my daughter up. You think you can hold it down for, like, if you can't hold it down, I'm just gonna hang up and I'll come right back. But if you can, if you got the time, then let me show y'all something real quick. I don't know, did I show you guys? Peace, Indigenous American, man. It's my brother right there. All right, let me see. Let's see what we got going on here. Just wait till it pull up.
You already know I can hold it down, though, big bro. Just to let you know, I got it. No, ain't no word.
All right, well, that's what it is. Yeah, all right. Let me see. I'm waiting for this shit to pull up. All right, boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look. Here we have a map of, it's a Descripto Barbaria. It's a African, right? Now, as you see the map, say Barbaria right here, right? Now, look. Check this shit out, ladies and gentlemen. Now, look. Let me see. Where is it at? You see where Africa is at right here? Do you see Africa right here? Look. AP, can you see Africa? Can y'all see Africa right here where the mouse is at?
Right there.
You see where it say Africa?
Right, a little bitty old province. Hello? Hello?
I mean, no, let me go back. Let me go back. I gotta go pick my daughter real quick. Hold up. Press 1 if you guys understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Just press 1 if you understand. I just showed y'all where Africa was at according to their map.
Slow it down one more time. Break it down slow for them. I don't think they understood that.
Okay, all right, let's go back one more time. All right, boom. Here we go. All right, this is a description. It's a Descripto Barbary, right? It's a African, right? But it's talking about Barbary, basically, right? So now look, Barbie, that's what they considered Africa to be, right? Now look, see where Africa's at? Africa is a little state. Like Africa is a little state, like a city. I don't know if it's a city or it's a state, but being as though we could see it, so you would assume it probably would be a state. But we see Africa right here. Okay. Now y'all know what direction north is, right? Remember, you got south, north, east, and west. Okay. So north will be up, right? So north of this place right here that's called Africa would be up, right? Would be up this way, right? So what's left? The water? The water's North Africa? Or would you consider north of Africa, Italy, all this and all of this land right here. Because this is where the Roman Empire was at. This is where the Andalusian Empire was at. Two different empires. The Andalusian Empire consisted of people who practiced the Muslim as well as the Hebrew and what we consider to be the Jewish faith. And over here, people was Romans and Greeks, and they practiced Christianity in Constantinople. And that's where the Council of Nicaea and all this shit came out of this area right here. Okay? This area right here kicked the people out that was in this area right here. Okay? But that's a whole nother video. Let's go back into this. North of Africa. You see Africa right here. Africa's a little ass state. North of this will be this. Facts. That's it. North of this will be this. That's it. And like I said, my understanding, according to my research, that whoever came here and built this shit here came from the fucking Americas, man. Because they took the science that they learned in America, which was the science from 0 to 9. If the science from 0 to 9 was founded in America, then more likely building and agriculture and structures and all that started from here and branched out to other places. So, I mean, that's what I say. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, as far as my relationship to that term more, I don't have a relationship to it. Do I have a respect for Drew Ali? Hell yeah, I got a respect for Drew Ali. I got respect for Drew Ali just like I got respect for Martin Luther King. Just like I got respect for Malcolm X. Just like I got respect for even Elijah Muhammad and everybody. We have to have some level of respect from them. Yeah, we could sit back and you know what I'm saying, put their opinions or their thoughts under a microscope. But at the end of the day, Drew Ali died when he was in his 30s. He was younger than Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. So if this nigga was a sellout and if he was working with these people, why the fuck did he get killed?
I agree.
I mean, there's no conspiracy theories, but this is what happened. But no, use your fucking brain. If this motherfucker was doing what these people wanted him to do, why did he end up dead? Let's go to the chat room. Let me see. I want to see what somebody talking about. He said, what you say, Chief Montezuma? Yeah, I mean, but you know what, though? I mean, that's Cornell knew when he made them videos about the Moors that people who practiced Moor science was going to have something to say about that. So, like, you know, he opened up a door on his own. I ain't got shit to do with that. And like I told him the other day, like, you know what I'm saying? I respect Drew Ali. Drew Ali was a black American. He was not a fucking Moroccan. He was not from no other place. He was from America. And you niggas don't even respect the people who lost their life. I don't give a fuck what he didn't do. What he did tell you was a Negro, black, and color. Fuck all that other conspiracies. Just know that he's documented saying that. He's documented saying that you're not Negro, black, or color. He documented saying that enforce the Constitution. He's documented saying that the European is not from this land. He is 3,000 miles away from home and you are from home. So whether you assume, whether you believe it as a Moor or as an Aborigine, it woke your ass up. And the same classifications we fighting to try to change today is the same classifications that he was telling you was in 1920s and 1930s. Now Elijah Poole Bey learned from him. So why Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam never came with none of, at least some of the stuff that Noble Drew Ali was saying, at least some of it. Why he ain't come with none of it? And the funny thing is this too, right? If you really look up the Nation of Islam, the Nation of Islam doesn't tell you their origins. They don't tell you that they came from Africa. That's the funny thing about it. If anybody who know the Nation of Islam, who study the Nation of Islam, tell me if I'm wrong. They never tell us that. They never told us that we came from Africa neither. If you think about it, the Nation of Islam never said, "Oh, we came from Africa." They never said that. So, I mean, like I said, I know what certain things mean to me. I can use the energy from all different things in the making of A1 or Hanu L, or just this entity that I happen to be at this present point in time. You know, we are made up of a bunch of different structures. We're made up of some darkness. You had to learn how to fight and hurt people at some point in time to defend yourself, right? Sometimes you have to tell people no. You have to do these certain things that's not always lined up with good or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But overall, it's a part of your makeup. It's a part of your gene. The same thing. I've learned something from everybody, from everybody, from everybody. Watch Malcolm X movie over 50 fucking times, man. I love Malcolm X movie, yo. That's one of my favorite movies, man. And even though that Alex Haley agent as, which he was the damn agent, you know what I'm saying? I love that movie, man. I love that movie. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up, it was the Nation of Gods, and I fuck with the gods today. Right now, I fuck with the gods. I still fuck with them. I'm not saying I'm a god or nothing, but if I see the god, I'm like, the God, what's up? I fuck with the gods, man. I fuck with them niggas, man. I fuck with them. I ain't got no problem with them because I understand it. But if you coming in from a perspective where you always trying to, you always trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh nah, you gotta just like the Israelites. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. You see that shit that's going on now, man. Like, woo, like that is crazy. I'm talking about with that shit that happened in Jersey City. You understand what I'm saying? That shit that happened in Jersey City, man. Now they saying that you got black people, or he wrote everybody who does some shit like that has a manifesto. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Everybody ride around with a manifesto of what they gonna do. These crackers is crazy. And you really expect us to believe this shit? I don't believe half the shit you motherfuckers say, especially the shit you put on your fake news, like your own president of the United States says. AP,
I'm here, big bro.
hold me down, man. I gotta go pick my daughter up, man.
Yeah,
Just
I
hold me
got
down.
you,
Just
bro. You all good, man. But nah, you making some good points, man. And getting back to the point at hand is like a lot of people really got to start doing their own research and stop taking people's word for it. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't know nothing about all this and whatever the case, what particularly he's talking about, but a lot of people change their names. A lot of people change their names for certain reasons. So we know once we know we got something, we got to get a why. You see what I'm saying? Then we got to get a win. You see what I'm saying? And then ultimately you'll get to the conclusions of of why the person actually did it. You get the full story. You know what I'm saying? Because allegedly Martin Luther King really ain't his real name. Frederick Douglass' real name wasn't Frederick Douglass. I heard the brother Dane Calloway speak on that. Say he was gonna do a build on that. Frederick Douglass wasn't Frederick Douglass. And we going along with a lot of other people that claim these names wasn't real or allegorical or something that was amended on later on. So, we just really gotta take the time and really start looking at what's really going on in America. And not only in America, but look at your peoples, man. You know who your peoples is. You feel what I'm saying? Like you don't need no book. We got eyes. We got uh what they call intuition, so we can read between the lines on shit. So we able to put shit together. You feel me? Yeah. So like I said, man, the big brother. It's really a lot of bull crap that is going on within the community. You see what I'm saying? So hold on, I think my mic low. Hit one if y'all can hear me. I know my mic is screwed up, y'all. Hit one if y'all can hear me. Yeah. So like I was saying is, like it's a lot of different things that be happening, and it's weird because when I came into the Aboriginal information, it was just about Aboriginal information. Everybody was picking up bits and pieces of the information that has been hidden and away from us. You see what I'm saying? So, they got it scattered in different formats and different areas. So people was picking up different pieces and coming together on certain social media sites and building upon it. This is how the information really that. So, ultimately, we just really got to realize what we dealing with. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of this information we all came across on our own time, and we try to put it out as easy as possible. We try to make it as plain and simple as possible for our people. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people didn't understand what was going on. You know what I mean? They just knew that they heard Indian was in your family or whatever the case may be. But like I said, I don't know how to turn my mic up, y'all. I'm sorry.
This internet connection isn't strong enough at the moment. Internet connection.
Yo, 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 can you hear me now? Is it better? Is it clear? All right. So, like I said, man, the brother A1 been putting out hella information, good information, solid information. Hell, to be honest, he's one of the few people I've seen in the Aboriginal community that showed the documents from where he's getting the information from. So y'all can be able to go to it and show somebody else if somebody else was to ask about it. So what we really gotta realize is, you know, our people is a strong people with unity. And we need all the people that's like minded on the same frequencies to come together. But at the same time, we know that all people ain't gonna come together. We know this, and we don't need to be naive to the fact. And so we need to get the people that's ready and that's really on the wave frequency that we on, so we can really take a push for who we are and make a stand, and so we can have a seat at this table. But ultimately, it's just about getting the information now, and we try to make it fun as possible, because talking about migrations of animals and the ecology and the process of agriculture is not really fun stuff. We make it fun. We showing you that this is what our ancestors had manifest. You feel what I'm saying? So we need to understand that we just got to keep pushing and keep on ticking. And egos do get in the way. Egos definitely get in the way, but then it's a lot of dick riding to get in the way too. See, we can talk about the egos, and I like to talk about everything. I like to talk about everything here on the table. Egos is definitely will be one, and it's a lot of caping. People do a lot of caping. And the whole goal is to get people to realize who we are as American Indians, not nobody else. It's not our job to help cape for other people that's claiming to be Aboriginal that's not the American Negro. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we need to be worrying about the lost ones, the ones that don't know. If you do know, that's cool, fine, and dandy. This information ain't for you, then. All right? And that's just how we need to keep it rocking, because we mad at other people like the Native Americans because they claiming to be Indian and they using your birthright, but we allow other people that's not really the true American Indian claim it as well, or whether they got some type of drop of, if that's the case, everybody in the goddamn United States got some Indian in their family, because everybody done mixed in with us. We didn't mix in with them, you know what I'm saying? They mixed in with us. So if that's the case, if they got some of our blood, whether they look European or not, which is what you're seeing on the reservations, the Choctaw chief, the Cherokee chief, the Muskogee chief, all these chiefs of these tribes down south is white people that claim that they got aka Aboriginal or Indian blood in it, man. So if that's the case, man, anybody and everybody is Aboriginal. We trying to get to the nitty gritty and work our way back, not work our way from the end to the front. We want to know who was the original, how did this other shit take place, how did the other things get in the form. You feel what I'm saying? Archaeology is neglected. Nah, archaeology is one of the main fronts for mainstream sciences. See, what we got to deal with is archaeology is some of the most stubborn people because they have a narrative that they have to upkeep, and what they deal with is on the general consensus. You see what I'm saying? I believe archaeology is not the end all be all. Uh, I believe that we should start looking into some of the cosmologies and start looking at it for what it really is because a lot, even anthropology. Well, I think, like I said, all of it collectively is well needed. You see what I'm saying? I love the archaeology. That's one of my favorite things to go through with you guys. You see what I'm saying? Is to talk about solar fire starters that's 3200 BC. I mean, 3200 years old. You see what I'm saying? I like to bring that type of information and not only bring it out, but to show you and give you the tools or the books so y'all can be able to go and find the stuff too. And I think that we just really got to really start getting to the nitty gritty and start working on your own household. If your own households ain't classified as Indian, if you ain't went through the process and did everything that you needed to do, and you're work operating as an Indian and not taxed and not being enumerated, then then you good to go. Other than that, that's really some of the main goals that we can start doing. Because with that brings us unity. You know what I'm saying? That brings us closer together alone by itself. Yeah, you're right. They won't get funding. Indigenous and Mary Seminole Indian, they won't get funding. And what it is because they got agendas that they got to be upheld. It's called uniformitarian. And what they do is they started dealing with uniformitarianism and keeping up the history that way. So if something new comes, they don't change it right away. What they do is see if it can fit their narrative, and then they insert. You see what I'm saying? And Moonlight, that's what the brother A1 was just talking about. Is he was going to do a video on Indians not tax. Uh, and I think he said he still is. So but the brother got plenty of information, man. I think we need to start digging in law just as well as we dive into the history as well. You know, I've been around pushing this information on the YouTube a few years ago, but before then, we was definitely just diving in on law, strictly figuring out what your grandmama said, what her great grandmama said, and it seemed like everybody's still talking about that. That's some of the things that we was dealing with early in the community when I first came into the community roughly about 3 years ago, 4 years ago on the YouTube community. Okay. We was talking about grandma. We was dealing with genealogy. We was dealing with law. You see what I'm saying? We know we gotta operate in common law. But like I said, y'all, we got a lot of work to really do, man. And we getting closer and closer to 2020. You know what I'm saying? We right here. We right here. So, we just really got to start putting boots on the ground, really start understanding this information and understanding the information. Just because you can read something don't mean you understand what's going on. And you can't take one book about one person and then leave out the rest of them because that's not a form of true research. You ain't cross-examining nothing. So, we just really got to put our boots on and really just start doing our work and really making a standpoint. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people know how to operate as it's the first thing that you do when you want to operate as an indie. What's the first thing that you do? Self-identify. Self-identify. And that means the whole household where you at need to identify as such. See, back in the day, they let you slide. If the one person was classified as Negro or colored in the house, then the whole house was classified as Negro and colored. And then they started changing it up. Then they started tweaking it more. Then they started. You see, you gotta watch how they play these games because what they is they changing shit and they making shit the way they want it as they go. So they'll take out and insert some more. And we do need a protocol for those that don't get it. And it's kind of hard to stop what we're doing to go back. So what I would
This internet connection isn't reliable at the moment. 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 Enough at the moment.
a lot of people just be doing shit just to be doing it. Hit one if y'all can hear me. It sounds like my mic is messing up. Hit one. Hit one if y'all can hear me.
All right, man. Thanks for holding me down, man.
No problem, big bro.
What you were saying? I seen somebody put something in the chat room that might. What you was saying? What you heard?
Yeah, I thought my mic was going out, so I was just making sure we was all good. You feel me?
Oh yeah. All right. Well, we good. Yeah, but what I was saying was shit that happened in Jersey City or whatever. They were trying to say that had something to do with when I was reading what Tohanga you wishing said in Detroit. That's good information, man. Let me put that up on the screen. What I was saying was that shit that happened in Jersey City. They said that the dude who did it was a Hebrew Israelite. So they've been making all this stand about people. And you know what's funny too? Every day something happened to a black person. And then when it does, even the shit that happens to us that be dealing with racism, they always try to cover it up. But as soon as something happened to somebody else, they quick to say, oh, somebody trying to talk. Every day something happened to black people. 364 fucking days a year, man. Just pick any issue. Motherfuckers lynching people still in the South, tied man, and all these areas where they was doing all this shit at, they didn't have it wasn't it's hate crimes, and y'all know it been hate against us, particularly us. But none of this shit never happens for us. You know what I'm saying? But then soon as something happened, oh, this guy had a manifesto. No fucking black people keep no manifesto. I don't believe that shit. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. Maybe somebody else might believe it. That's just my personal opinion. I don't believe it. It ain't no conspiracy theories. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? None of that shit. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's nowhere in the world. And they got a manifesto. And then I'm speaking to people in Jersey City. They said them people, they wasn't even from Jersey City. So here we got another case where somebody who wasn't from the state came, and then you know, they went in some place, and then now you trying to say because they went into this one particular market, they listen, bro. That's all propaganda, man. I don't know what the real situation is, but I damn sure don't believe what the news say. Yup. Mm-hmm. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, they gonna try to put them on the watch. They gonna try to put them on that list, man. I'm telling you, watch,
They've been
and
trying to
all
put a
niggas.
lot of people on that BIE list, man.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
getting
all these
better with
black
how
niggas,
to put
and
you on there.
you know what too? What I see a lot of niggas in this Aborigine community do, they sit there because it's other people being your own people being classified as that. We be like, look, these your fucking people. I don't care what their belief system is. It's still these are your people directly from this fucking country. You understand? People sit there, oh, that's them. They and man, listen. The same thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the other people. We don't stand behind nobody. As soon as they put out their propaganda, we ride with it and shit. And we supposed to be woke. We supposed to be woke and have some level of conscience. So if you conscious, you already know that the news is owned by three different. You should already know that at that point in time when you watching the news. That is only owned by three different people. So you should already know what you coming into. What'd you say about that, AP?
That was my first time hearing about it, bro. But you know, like I said, man, they put out a lot of shit and push a narrative so they can have this narrative pushed. You see what I'm saying? And so if they want the narrative to all these people, Israelites as a malicious hate group, then they just gonna start picking them up throughout the nation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even at that point in time, and they know there ain't none of them Israelites. As many times have they ever walked up and did what they was doing on it. It be other people, even though some of them do be being offensive, but you don't, it's up to you to stand there and listen to them. You don't have to stand. Ain't nobody chasing you down the street with the Bible and shit. And niggas read while you walking, they following you in the book of Romans. There ain't nobody doing none of that shit. You pulling up where they at. What they saying, you feel offensive, so you stand there and then you antagonize these people. And like I said, man, I don't know what it is. Because like I said, when you start hearing about people have manifestos and all this other shit, and you start questioning, like, niggas don't be riding around no fucking manifestos. That nigga look like he was on drugs, the nigga who did it. I don't know if y'all seen the nigga. The nigga looked like he was on drugs, man. But that's a whole nother topic, man. Fake news. You're right, man. I mean, all the time, bro. Like I said, it's always something, man. It's always something. And it's always somebody pointing, and they always happen to make somebody black look bad, or it's always something. I mean, if them people, whatever, if that shit really happened and they really did that, then they gonna get dealt with. They gonna definitely deal with. But I'm saying that whole part about the Israelite thing, I think that might have been just added into it. Cause you shouldn't be making, if you ain't got no real evidence of saying that, oh, so he targeted the Hebrew Israelite. Then they killed two other people that wasn't so-called from that faith or from that so-called religion that you saying they was targeting. It don't be making no sense because motherfuckers who got like how they put it, people will be having situations with people. It don't even go down like that. It'll be more casual. It's like that shit crazy, man. But I don't know. That's a whole nother story, man. But as far as like I said, man, your man Root Word, he still up there popping shit. Still ain't one come on or whatever. So fuck them. I ain't got time for this shit. This is just a message to the rest of you motherfuckers who want to put my name in your videos or whatever. Like, you can go ahead and do it, and I ain't responding but like I said, don't slander my name. Say something, at least do like the nigga Mac did, even though he was remixing my shit. He was doing a remix single, but at the end of the day, this shit is not about trying to make videos or trying to let's make a video about this guy saying this, or I ain't got time for that shit, man. I'm out here. I'm about strictly the information, man. My hooked on phonics reading, that's what I'm about. I'm about trying to bring that to the people, man. Fuck all of this arguing back and forth with niggas who you ain't gonna never be in the same room, or you ain't gonna ever be in the same room with. You know what I'm saying? And even when you're in the same room with them, they don't even confront you. Like, I never had a problem with this nigga Root Word. You know what I'm saying? When me and Chief, when we first was going around really like talking about a lot of this stuff, Root Word was rocking with us. Then Root Word just started doing little side videos and shit, and like little side videos for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We thought we was cool with the nigga. I didn't have to be cool with him. But from how he addressed it, so I thought we was 100. I thought we was 100 the other day. I go on YouTube, I didn't get on work, look on there, I see my name, like, fuck, this nigga keep putting my name in his title for. So I hit him in the chat, like, the fuck you got my name in your title for? You keep saying the same shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and that's what these pussy niggas do. They wait for, because I guess because you thought Phoenix Moon and his bitch ass nigga Mac last week mentioned my name in videos, and he made 2 videos about me that, it was open season on A1. Oh, it's open season on him. Let's get him. Nah, Money Grip. That is not going down like that. And even the 2 people who originally mentioned my name, it ain't going down like that. But some YouTube shit. Like I said, I'm on YouTube to read my hooked on phonics shit, present you with Aboriginal information, and keep it fucking moving. I'm not on here to be going back and forth with these pussy ass niggas who just be popping up, just be mentioning people name. I'm not here for none of that, man. Like I said, I can go outside and go punch somebody in their face right outside. I can walk right outside my door and go start something with somebody. If I really want to exert some energy, or if I really want to do something physically, I can do that to somebody in first person. Not let's be arguing with somebody through a damn computer screen, through a headset and a mic or whatever, and through a damn avatar. The motherfucker just, come on, man. We grown ups, man. Maybe we got kids in there. You want to address me, you got plenty of time to address me. And it's for anybody else. The link is in the fucking chat room. The link is in the chat room. Anybody want to address me about the Morris shit that's in the chat room? Come on in.
You might have to put it back in there again.
Oh, I'll put it back in, no problem. Anybody want to address me about the Morris thing or any of my personal beliefs or any of the shit, man, just come on in, please. Come on in and we can have a dialogue about it. Anybody, I don't give a fuck who you is. You want to come in? Here y'all go. Here go the link. Open season on me. You know what I'm saying? Open season. They go to the link right there. And like I said, this about information, man. This ain't about no personal or I got an avatar up there. That's all A1 is. Dan, you see that? Avatar, that's who A1 is. Now, Ahanu L is somebody totally different. You understand what I'm saying? But that's all it is right there. That's what you're going to get right there. As far as information, man, I be wanting to do plenty of videos, but a lot of these people be fucking it up, man. They don't, like I said, man, you got a lot of people. It's a lot of you guys in the chat room who really show love. A lot of guys been here from day one. And like I said, you guys know who y'all is, and y'all know, so I got massive love for y'all, man. And like massive love for just the Aborigines in general that come through, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we like family here, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? You got different people within this so-called information platforms who have different fucking opinions, about certain things. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, I addressed a few people. I addressed Turtle Gang. I addressed a few other people. And like I said, I spoke to Turtle Gang and me and him 100. And I'm not gonna make no videos about the man. Like, me and him cool. I spoke to him. We had a great correspondent. We had a good bill, and that's that, man. Whatever his personal beliefs is, I'm not going to send no energy to that, to where that shit is personally affecting me, that I need to do a video and put the shit out there. And nah, it's not even that shit. Me and the brother 100 I actually thought me and the brother 8 Mac was 100 after we left the forum, because after we left the forum on a note that, oh well, how can we just come together? And that's the energy I thought we was going into. I didn't know we was going into some of this old fake ass gangster and you bitch ass, you gay and all. Come on, bro. Like, I never even addressed my sexuality. So whether or not whatever my sexuality is, ain't none of your motherfucking business. You know what I'm saying? I could be dating a pigeon. You know what I'm saying? I could be dating a pigeon or a motherfucking a duck or a swine or whatever. I could be dating a swine for all you fucking kids. That ain't none of your fucking business. But what is your business is the fact that you classified as colored and everything else that goes in between the line. Indians not taxed. Not taxed, not to be enumerated. Period. 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 Indians not taxed is not even worried about no 2020 census, because they ain't gonna be on it. You know what I'm saying? The Indians not taxed ain't worrying about no 2020 census, because they ain't gonna be on it. They ain't to be enumerated. So how about that? You a citizen if you waiting for that damn census to come. And like I said, I mean, or what you classify yourself as. You shouldn't even be classifying yourself as a censor. You should go directly to the source for educational and entertainment purposes only. Should be going, I mean, like, you should be sending your information to the source. Indian not taxed, not to be enumerated. Don't mean to be looking forward to no census, so you could tell them, nigga, I'm this. No, you can address them and you can make a declaration anytime. You ain't gotta wait for the 2020 census to do it. You shouldn't even be looking for it. And that's the thing. This shit fucked me up. You got Indians talking about they waiting for the 2020 census. I'm fucked up over here. I don't get it. I don't get it. You tell if I'm wrong. You tell me if I'm wrong. Aboriginals, Dion, Indians not taxed. That's what's really good. But check this out, right? Look, no doubt, no doubt. You still in there, Matt Jones? You rocking with us? It's no problem, my brother. It wasn't. We just like, I mean, it's all good, bro. But like I said, Indians not taxed. Most known, unknown. I ain't know that. I ain't peeped that out. But that's definitely something interesting to bring forth. Who else we got? Is this? Who is this?
Yo.
Peace, peace.
Yo, peace. Jersey in the house.
That's right. Jersey, stand up. Where you representing in Jersey?
Stand up. Trenton, man.
Oh, you in Trenton, New Jersey? That's what's up.
Well, I'm not there now. It's been a while since I've been home. But yeah, 609, Willingboro.
Oh, Willingboro. Willingboro supposed to be the biggest land space in Jersey, right? It's actually bigger than North and Jersey City.
Yeah, it's huge, man, and it's funny because a while ago, back in the '90s, when I was all African up, and I went to my grandmother, who's like the first house in Garfield North, and I said, yo, the African Timbuktu is the greatest, and all that shit we was on in the '90s. She looked at me, man. Her eyes was fiery red. She said, "Get in the car." We get in the car. We drive about 2 miles into the Rancocas woods, and she pointed out the window and said, "There go Timbuktu right there." And sure enough, it said Timbuktu, New Jersey. Welcome to Timbuktu.
Man, get the
And
fuck
y'all,
out of here, man. You
that's
serious?
that's word is bond, yo. You can
Wow.
Google
No,
it.
no, no, no. You just put your bond on it. All right, I got you.
Yeah,
You just put your bond on it. We good.
word is bond.
We good
Yep.
then. We good. That's what we always said. Word is bond. We ain't never
Yep.
deal with nothing else. That's why if you see the video the other day of I put up Rosie Greer when he was in Daniel Boone and he was an Indian. And then this Daniel Boone tried to shake his hand and he looked at him like, no, that's a white man custom. He said an Indian word is better than a handshake. So that's our word
Yes.
is bond. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Just like PRT used to say, poor righteous teachers. Word is bond.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bond is life.
And look, now check this out. Now look, check this out, right? This is how I know with everything when you deal with the Moors, there's some missing shit that we don't get. And I'm just telling people as a researcher, right? Because check this out, right? Poor righteous teachers was part of the nations of the gods and earths, right?
Yep.
So by them being part of the nation gods of earths, they used to always say Allah, arm, lega, arm, head. They used to always say Islam, I self, Lord, and master. Okay, now I'm like, wait a minute, how the fuck did once I started really studying from under certain people, that shit came to my mind because I actually still got, like, when I be at the gym working, I'll be listening to poor righteous teachers. I'll be listening to all types of shit though. But one day I was listening to, I got a couple of joints on there, but nonetheless, though, how we go? Father Allah was a product of Elijah Muhammad, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Elijah Muhammad, Father Allah lessons came from Elijah Muhammad, right? So Elijah Muhammad had to tell him about our self-Lord Master. But you don't never hear Elijah Muhammad talks about this in none of his what's the name? You understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm telling you? We do the nation of Islam say our self-Lord Master? So how the fuck did Elijah Muhammad teach it to Father Allah?
And where did he get it from?
He got it from Drew Ali. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Exactly.
And so, but the more mysterious part is, like, wait a minute. So if he got this from Drew Ali, why did he never say none of the other shit that Drew Ali was saying?
That always bugged me out, man.
Bro, that's why I'm telling people, like, wait a minute. Don't let's just do some more research here. Yeah. Because something is not right. And like I said, I know, listen, poor righteous teachers are God bodies. They are from this brother town, which is Trenton, New Jersey. When they was coming up,
City of Truth.
They were saying, I self, Lord, and master. They were saying, Allah, arm, lega, arm, head. They got this from Father Allah. Now, how did Father Allah teach them this unless Elijah Muhammad taught it to him? So Elijah Muhammad knew about this all the time, and you never heard none of this. This ain't in the 120s.
The 120s, none of that.
It's not in the 120s. But you can see it in this Circle 7. Like I said, this is just off the record shit. This ain't got nothing to do with no Indians. I'm not trying to format nothing towards nobody. You still an Indian. You still an Aborigine. This is some off the record shit. Just some off the record shit being that the brother from Trenton. This ain't nothing. You still an Indian. You still a Cherokee. A1 they trying to tell you or guide you to do nothing. I'm not trying to guide you to do nothing. I'm a metaphysical Indian. I don't know about you guys. I deal with metaphysics. I'm a metaphysical Indian. You understand what I'm saying? And so I deal with other things. I look at things differently than people look at stuff. So when I see I self-Lord Master, I'm like, wait a minute. How the fuck is this in this book in 1930? And then you never heard Elijah Muhammad speak about it. You never heard Farrakhan speak about it. You never heard Malcolm X speak about it. You never heard Khalid Muhammad speak about it. You never heard Nori Muhammad speak about it. You never heard none of the preachers or ministers of the Nation of Islam speak about none of this stuff that Father Allah had. None of it. None of it. None of it. None of it. And like I said, no, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you want to say? Go, you good?
Oh, I mean, and a lot of the lessons transfer over into like now we're gonna take it there. Some of those lessons go into the Black Peace songs and the Gangster Disciples or Growth and Development.
Bro, hold up, my dude. Please stop. Now, what is now? Check this out. Now, listen. What symbols do them two people rock?
The star and the 6-point star.
The 5 and the 6. Look, look. You niggas y'all ain't here with me. That's why I told these people the other day when I came on, I'm something totally different than an Indian. I'm something totally different than an Indian. Now check this shit out. I was watching Queen Flip one day, right? Now Queen Flip had a brother on there. His name was Soul B, right? Soul B did 25 years in the joint. He was a God body turned blood, right? But he said, when he asked him, what's your nationality? He said, I'm Seneca. Straight the fuck up. Straight up. He said, my mother was Seneca. He's a black man, obviously. His name's Soul B. If you check him out, Queen Flip, he be on there sometime. But his first interview, his name's Soul B. He asked the brother, he said, what's your nationality? He said, I'm Seneca. But hold up. So as he started going on until he was talking about some of the Blood's lessons, right? He said it all came from the 5, from Chicago. He's saying from the Stones, either the Stones or the whichever one rocked the 5. I don't know which one rocked the 5, which one rocked the 6. I'm not too the GDs. I think the GDs rocked the 6 and the P Stones rocked the 5. All right.
Exactly.
Okay. So check this out, right? So one side, the so-called Moors claim, the other side supposed to be Solomon's seal, or the seal of Solomon, the soul of man, the seal of the soul of man, meaning the higher self, lower self. You understand? The seal of the soul of mind, the higher self, lower self, which is a 6-point symbol. See, I told y'all, nigga, I'm not with this goofy shit that niggas be talking about on here.
Nah, man, and all them lessons back in the 90s when I got plugged in, it had changed into growth and development. And we had you had to study. So it wasn't just something you jumped in and we learned about higher self, lower self, life, loyalty, love. I mean, aid and assist your brothers. I mean, all those lessons. So I'm beginning to think that all these lessons were already ours that we've lived with for centuries and centuries upon centuries. So with Noble Drew Ali, and let me give you, because you mentioned often about Hakeem Bey. That's my dude.
That's right, and that's why I had to come on the other day when Cormeo put him up there, because you're not gonna plan them out. I don't give a fuck, niggas. I got almost what 19,000 subscribers. I don't give a fuck if 18,000 or 9. I don't give a fuck if everybody subscribe from my channel. I damn sure ain't gonna let nobody slander the brother Hakeem Bey. Not
at all.
It's not gonna happen.
Look, man.
It's not gonna happen.
Word up. I met this brother 7 years ago. Now dig this. I'm watching his videos on YouTube from the 90s.
That's right.
So I'm at this little black conscious bookstore that was ran by this dude from Camden. And we sitting in the store chopping it up. And all of a sudden I turn around. This brother Hakeem Bey had come in the store, had a suitcase And I'm like, yo, I'm bugging, right? And somehow we got to talking or whatever. And he told me like, don't let anybody tell you your nationality and all this other stuff. So he opens the case and pulls out the map of the pyramids and the mounds here in North America. He might as well just shot my face off with a shotgun.
Now look, now hold up. So check this out. So this brother was talking about these pyramids in America before niggas was on YouTube. And like I said,
the internet.
And then, like I said, me myself, I'm a judge of character, bro. This brother's a beautiful brother, man.
He is.
And listen. I've been around killers. I've been around noble people. I've been around killers who humble, and I've been around, killers who just evil, sadistic motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? So I can judge motherfuckers. This nigga Hakeem Bey is a real brother, man. He's a real brother. And like I said, I urge you to go back and check his videos out. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just telling y'all. I'm just telling you. His one video is better than all my videos I got. His one video is better than all my videos I got because he touching on the emerald tablets. He's touching. Look, when I watch,
he did all that on microfiche.
Bro,
these kids don't even know what that is.
My dude, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They call that nigga Morpheus. They call Hakeem Morpheus, man. They call him Morpheus, my brother. And I'm not trying to sit up there. I'm saying dealing with the information and as far as the many times I've never met him in person, but just from the way he be talking and building, how passionate he is, and he talking like, yeah, some things we could all say, like we could all claim some black nations that did us wrong or whatever in the come up of learning